Aryan, you are not audible. Aryan, Aryan, unmute your
Yes, sir. Sir,
mic.
am I audible now?
Unmute your mic.
Sir, am I
Now
audible
you're audible. Now you're audible.
Yes, sir.
Start.
Firstly,
Now you're audible.
good morning to the teachers and the respected
Good
judges.
morning.
Sir, if you could please add Divyana Garg name. She's my fellow mate. She would also present with me. Divyana Garg. Um, she's also with me presenting the project.
Divanga, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. So may we start?
Yes.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Aryan, along with my teammate Divyana from Chitkara International School, code CHSR 13.
Judges, have you ever thought what can lack of information or miscommunication cost us? And if I put a price of 20,000 crore rupees to it? Yes, 20,000 crore rupees are wasted annually in form of chemicals and fertilizers by farmers just because of lack of knowledge and instantaneous soil parameters, weather forecast, and the condition of the crop. Therefore, we present to you SPEPO, an integrated
Speaking poll.
The main novelties of SPEPO are: first, it provides a reliable power source through solar panels integrated with humidity, temperature, rainfall, and soil pH sensors, making it 24/7 operable. It communicates data to the location repeatedly, advising farmers to act accordingly from the server node. The establishment of server nodes save energy requirements at the place of installation.
Coming up to the working of SPEPO, it has a supply of 40 watts of power conducted by a 12-volt solar panel. The Raspberry Pi 3B processes the raw data with the help of sensors, which are temperature sensor, humidity sensor, fire detection sensor, rainfall intensity sensor, soil pH sensor, and solar light intensity sensor. Raspberry Pi 3 Raspberry Pi Raspberry Pi 3B provides an interface and is a programming language which helps to basically interface the server node and to communicate the data efficiently. The data is continuously visualized in the form of graphs, and the GPU graphics processing unit powered NVIDIA 3090 is used for AI-based processing of the data.
Wait. Sir, could you please enable share screen? We have to share our presentation.
Carry on.
Sir, is the screen visible?
Yes, yes.
So as you can see, here is our project SPEPO, an integrated pole. And here we have combined sensors with a solar panel, and it has helped a lot of it will help a lot of farmers, and it's very good for farmers. It captures data, and it acts as a communication pole, and it gives weather news and about the soil pH and all. Now I would like Divyana to continue the presentation.
At the consumer end, once SPEPO is installed, it senses data and it is transmitted to remote server or the server node. Data is analyzed with artificial intelligence for alarm generation. Repeated announcements are made until the farmer confirms that the announcement has been reached by pressing a button at the site of pole. In addition to this, interactive buttons for farmers are also present at the side of the pole. Some of these buttons include requirement for forecast, fault in the pole, consultation with experts, announcement attended.
Speepo has various advantages, which includes being cost-effective, automated, acting as an informer in the local language of the farmer. It is designed to minimize the power fluctuation. Hence, it offers reliable operations in the farm. Its feedback system solves problems that were faced through conventional poles.
To sum up, SPIPO's availability to the farmers would provide useful information which is required for the healthy growth of crops. From sowing seeds to the harvesting period, they would come to know when is the accurate time to put manure, add weedicides, or not water them today due to rain. Proper planning would not only save the time of the farmer, but also their expenditures. A farmer is a magician who produces money from art.
Uh, and you can also see like our charts and all. So this was all about the presentation.
Is it over now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Aryan, have you got guidelines from your teacher about Science Congress?
Yes, sir. So, sir, like we got informed about the competition earlier by our STEM teacher, and that's why we decided to participate in it, as it was a very great chance for us to participate in it. And here we present to you like our products.
Okay. No. Did you ever visit farmers?
Yes, sir. So, sir, we went to a lot of villages like Thua, Ajimag, and there we did a lot of surveys and
No,
we
don't speak irrelevant things. Only answer what is asked. How
Okay,
many farmers did you visit?
sir,
How many farmers?
around 20 of them, sir.
Have any information or data about the farmers in your logbook? Do you have? Then show that.
No, sir, not like a lot of personal data, but no data, sir, about them.
Was any conversation between the farmers and yourself there about this project?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is there. Yes, sir.
Uh, but you don't have any record of that.
No, sir, we have the record. We have made a video of it. We have made a video of it. And we also have in the
Then you
report.
can show that. You can show that video.
But sir, we
Here.
don't have the video right now. So like we have written in the report as well and the logbook as well. The report and the logbook.
We have the video.
Whenever we are presenting, we must come with every information
Sir, we
what
have the
we
video
did
right now.
in the field. जो आपने फील्ड में किया है ना,
You are saying she is having video.
I think
Yes.
at her end she has the video.
We have the video. Just give me a minute. I'll share this with you on the screen itself.
Yes, sir. I think she has the video, but I don't have it. Like she has the video.
Okay. Very
Yes,
good.
sir. Just
Let's do
give
that.
us a minute. Yes, sir. So we would just require a minute. We'll share the screen with you.
सी आवाज बंद कर।
डडवाल सर, कैन वी गो अहेड? काफी टाइम लग रहा है इस तरह से।
हाँ, ओके, यू कैन आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन स्टूडेंट।
Sir, it started.
Yes, sir. Sir,
okay.
is the video audible to you?
यस
हाँ,
यस,
ठीक है, थोड़ा आगे करके चलाओ इसको, ऐसे तो बहुत टाइम लगेगा।
interaction. Only show that part where you are interacting with the farmers, not
Yes.
other.
Okay,
Only
sir.
show that part of the video.
Yes, sir. We've skipped to the part.
Where any of you, both of you, or any one of you is interacting with the farmers.
Okay, sir. We'll show it.
Only that.
Yes, yes, sir.
Is the student team? Oh, yes, yes. Okay, next.
Sound.
Very good. Sure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
हाँ जी, आर्यन।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ओपन योर लॉग बुक है अभी आपके पास?
Yes, sir. Log. Yes, sir. I'll just open it, sir. Just give me a minute.
लॉग बुक से बताना कब से आपने काम शुरू किया?
Yes, sir. I think, sir,
फर्स्ट डे कौन सा था जब आपने काम?
So we started the work from September. Sir, I'm just sharing the logbook.
Which date?
Sir, 2nd to 4th September, we visited the farmers.
नहीं, शेयर नहीं करना, हम आप पे ऐसे ही यकीन करेंगे।
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
जो आपने सितंबर से काम शुरू किया, उस दौरान आप अलग अलग दिनों में कितने किसानों से मिले?
Sir, primarily
लिंक ठीक नहीं है,
3 दिन लगाए थे थुआ विलेज में, और हमने तकरीबन 10 से 15 लोगों को विजिट किया था।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello. Yes, sir. Sir. Hello.
The number of farmers being affected.
Yes.
नहीं, sir, I'm not getting you people. Your audio is not clear.
Hello. Now it's audible. Hello.
Hello.
नहीं, जो आपने फार्मर का नंबर बताया ना 10 से 15, it should
Yes.
be exact number and exact number of questions. वो बता।
सर एक्चुअली हमने फैमिलीज को विजिट किया था, तो उसमें से काफी खेत में काम कर रहे थे, और कुछ
जो whatever you visited, कोई ठीक है, आप नंबर बताइए कि हमने इतने फैमिलीज को विजिट किया या इतने फील्ड को विजिट किया, कितने क्वेश्चन थे?
15 fields और houses you can say.
15 का रिकॉर्ड है आपके पास, वो बता दो।
तो हमारे पास उनका पर्सनल रिकॉर्ड नहीं है, बट लाइक अभी हम जनरेट कर सकते हैं
नहीं, जो जैसे आप जिस दिन गए हो उसका टाइम हो, समय हो, किस व्यक्ति को मिले हो, whom you met there,
ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਤੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਆਫਿਸ ਜੀ ਸਰ
yes sir. So sir, actually sir, we don't have the exact data कि उस time date क्या थी, time क्या था, but like इतना हमें like याद है कि of course like 15 to 16 farmers were there and then we surveyed them.
ओके, आप ना नेक्स्ट जब भी कहीं भी फील्ड में जाओ तो उसका हर रिकॉर्ड रखा करो, ठीक है?
Sure sir.
हेलो,
Yes sir.
बेटे मेरी आवाज आ रही?
हाँ जी सर.
कॉस्ट क्या है?
Sir, it's cost like sir 15,000 is the cost of the pole and the estimated cost is 10,000.
The prototype that we have produced or made is costed 16,300, but the expected production cost that is in bulk, अगर हम bulk में production करेंगे तो it would be 10,000 for us.
अच्छा, it would be 10,000
large scale.
हाँ.
Yes.
अच्छा, मुझे ये बताओ,
Bulk
जैसे
production.
आपको मालूम होगा कि स्टबल बर्निंग एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है.
Yes.
तो सरकार जो है फार्मर्स को जो है हैप्पी सीड और रोटावेटर जैसी जो मशीन है वो सब्सिडी पे भी दे रही है कि आप इससे स्टबल की प्रॉब्लम को दूर करो. तो फार्मर तो उसके लिए इनकरेज नहीं हो रहे, तो वो फिर आपकी ये जो ये स्पीप हुआ ये जो है तो ये क्यों खरीदेंगे?
सर स्टबन अगर वो बर्न कर रहे हैं तो उनको उनकी फील्ड के लिए एडवांटेज लग रहा है, बट
नहीं,
हमारा
ना वो एनवायरनमेंट के लिए भी बड़ी अच्छी प्रॉब्लम है. मतलब इन्वायरमेंट की हमारी जो सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है जो पोल्यूशन की, एयर पोल्यूशन की, वो दूर होती है. लेकिन फार्मर इसके लिए इनकरेज नहीं हो रहे, तो वो इस बात के लिए क्यों इनकरेज होंगे जो आप ये कंसेप्ट लेके जा रहे हो उनके पास कि आपको बड़ा फायदा होगा?
सर उनका माइंडसेट है कि उनकी फील्ड को इतना फायदा नहीं होगा, बट इससे उनकी फील्ड को फायदा होगा. जो मैंने आपको डिजिट या नंबर दिया 20,000 करोड़, वो एनुअली वेस्ट होते हैं सिर्फ इसकी वजह से दैट एक्सेसिव फर्टिलाइजर्स आर बीइंग यूज्ड. तो
अच्छा, फार्मर का रिस्पांस कैसा रहा फिर?
सर दे लाइक्ड इट. उनको लगा कि हाँ ये हमारे लिए यूजफुल हो सकता है.
Useful product.
और अगर
आपको कोई ऑर्डर मिला फिर?
सर अभी
Sir,
हम
अभी हमने बेचना शुरू नहीं किया, अभी लाइक हम टेस्टिमोनियल्स कर.
ये तो कहा ना कि हमें बताइए आप कोई ऐसे फार्मर मिले आपको?
ये सर
हाँ,
हमें
हम
जरूर
लेना चाहते हैं, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगा, हमें बताइए कहाँ से मिलता है.
ये
Yes,
आप
sir.
क्या
उनका रिस्पॉन्स अच्छा था प्रोजेक्ट को लेके, क्योंकि उनको भी ये दिक्कत थी. एक तो उनको अनाउंसमेंट्स लेट मिलती हैं, तो एक क्विक रिस्पॉन्स होने के लिए होने की वजह से उनको प्रोजेक्ट काफी अच्छा लगा और उनका रिस्पॉन्स भी पॉजिटिव रहा.
चलो ठीक है,
But
वेल डन बेटे, वेल डन. ठीक,
thank you sir.
थैंक यू.
नेक्स्ट सर.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aryan. Thank you very much.
Thank
Next project is from Vivek High School, Paras Batra.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Show your first page of the report book. First page.
The project report.
Right? Report book or chart. You can show your first chart.
The postcard, second chart, third chart, and fourth chart.
It's not visible.
Sir, are we good to leave? Divyana Chitkara International School.
Start.
So then give me a minute then in order to see why the charts are not visible.
Okay. Tell you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, Sir, as we've presented, can we attend our classes?
You can.
Okay, thank you, sir.
पारस क्या हुआ?
So I don't know why the charts are not being
हैं?
I don't know why the charts are not being shown clearly.
हाँ, चलो कोई बात नहीं, तो आप स्टार्ट करो रिपोर्ट से.
Yes, so yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am Paras Patra and today I will be presenting my project Pond 007, a trash catcher. Me, along with Yashvi Jain, have thought of the following invention and under the guidance of Mrs. Vidya Khanna. The first thought of this invention came to me as after lockdown I used to go running near Sukhna and I realized there was a lot of trash near the back side of Sukhna Lake. So I thought of something to do in order to make it that the trash can be collected automatically. So for that, I made the idea and made it in my logbook. After that, later, when the opportunity came up, I showed my Yashvi the idea and we discussed it before showing it to our guide. After making a few changes, we had thought of a general model. But then I needed some data in order to start the calculations necessary for the model. I needed two main data points: the depth of the lake and the weight of the trash. For the depth, I tried to go to the lake in order to calculate it, but I could not due to the COVID restrictions. So I checked the Chandigarh administration's website and found out that the average depth of Sukla Lake is 8 feet and the deepest it goes deepest at 16 feet. Then for the weight, when I went to Sukla Lake, I collected a few pieces of trash and as well as noted down the trash. The main items were polythene bags, cold drink cans, chips packets, paper sheets, basketball/footballs, plastic water bottles, dead sticks, and plastic cups. So I checked the weight of the following items as well as checked it online in order to make sure. And then I had all the data I needed to perform the necessary calculations. Then after the calculations, in order to find out the pressure I needed in order to displace the items from the bottom of the lake, I came up with the hypothesis. The hypothesis is that the combination of optimum water pressure and specific ultrasonic wave selection can help clear out water bodies from submerged trash without harming the aquatic life such as animals or plants. Then I ended up then we made the model better again with the help of a guide and I came up with the model. After that we after that we did the analysis and found out that the model is possible on the lower scale currently in still water bodies and able to the model's final idea is to pick up trash out of the oceans, not oceans, water bodies, still water bodies, the trash that is floating on the surface as well as the trash that's underneath the surface on the ground. So that's it.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Your voice is not. Is it over now?
Yes, sir.
Uh, Paras, whenever we take any project about the Children's Science Congress, there is some problem lying nearby, or the people facing the problem in our locality or in the society. Now, what was the problem for which you choose this project?
So there was trash being collected in the local lake.
Name the problem, not longer answer. Only name the problem.
Yes, so the problem was that there was trash being collected in the water bodies.
What was problem? क्या थी?
So the water bodies such as Sukna had a lot of trash collected in them in order to remove the trash.
What is the trash? What do you call trash?
So there are multiple trash items such as polythene bags, empty cold drink cans, empty chips packets, paper sheets, baskets slash footballs, water bottles, plastic water bottles, dead sticks, and plastic cups. Those are some of the main items.
Okay, okay. Very good. And now, is there any design or which can be shown? Your charts are not clear.
So I can show you the design is also included in my project. The project summary, and I can show it to you on camera as well.
Yes. Water jet.
So this is the rough diagram of the project. This is the main body in which the garbage will be stored. This is the part from which the garbage will be taken in and compressed. Then we have the part in order to release the garbage, as well as the battery and the solar panels and the inner mechanics. And then we have a sensor in order to see the depth of the area, as well as what the jets are going to do.
Okay, okay. Where did you get this idea from of this?
I made that. I thought of
Huh?
the idea when I had gone to Sukna.
It is your idea, own idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक है. Next.
मैं प्लेट के फोकस होना है थोड़ी जो लोगो.
हाँ जी बेटा पारस.
Yes, sir.
From where you got inspired to take this project?
So I had gone running to Sukna Lake after lockdown ended, and then during evenings I saw that people were having trouble.
यार नहीं, मुझे कंप्लीट कहानी नहीं चाहिए, सिर्फ बताओ कहाँ क्या हुआ था बस.
So I went to Sukna Lake for running, saw people were having trouble to pick up the. Saw people having trouble in order to clean the lake as they could not see.
प्रॉब्लम थी वहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम थी ना.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, तो अभी वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व होगी उधर.
So it is slightly better now as it is slightly better now as the number of workers has increased and the time is there, but the problem still remains in the part of Sukna near the forest.
वापस कितने लोग इसमें इन्वॉल्व हैं तुम्हारे काम में? कितने लोगों ने तेरे से सहयोग किया?
So me, Yashvi and our guide Mrs. Bindia Khanna.
नहीं देखो लोकल कितने लोगों को इन्वॉल्व किया अदर देन योर ओन टीम?
So my parents and grandparents helped me with the idea. Helped me
वो तो तूने जिद की ना, वो मान गए सभी. कितने लोगों को आप अपनी बात समझा पाए, ये ज्यादा जरूरी है. ठीक है, चलो. एनी हाउ वी विल स्टे विद अस. We will discuss the things in last when we conclude the session. Then we discuss all these things. Thank you very much.
अच्छा बेटे पारस, ये जो आपने ट्रैश कैचर बनाया है, is it only idea or you have prepared also?
So I have not made the final invention yet as I did not have the sources needed. Since in order to make the invention, I will need to get the invention of boating permit, which I cannot do currently since I am under 18.
So it means it is just only idea till now.
No, sir. I have done the calculations needed in order to see if this will work, and the idea is workable. And so I ended up making a 3D model online I do not have the model currently with me. I made a 3 model online and checked the calculations online as well.
Have you met any official regarding your plan to clean
Yes.
Sukna Lake? Have you met any officials?
So I was not able to do that due to COVID restrictions, and as I could not leave my house for a lot of visits to Sukna.
Okay, okay, well done. Okay, next sir.
Paras. Next is from Guru Harkishan Senior Secondary, Ashita Rana.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
A very good morning to the jury members of 29th State Level Children's Congress. I'm Akshita Rana of Class 9 from Sri Guru Harkishan Senior Secondary Public School, 46 Chandigarh. With me is my friend.
Hello, I am Lisa from same school and same class.
The focal theme of our project was Science for Sustainable Living and the sub-theme Appropriate Technology for Sustainable Living. We have entitled our project as A Step Towards Reduction in Energy Consumption. We have worked on the hypothesis modern lifestyle leads to more electricity consumption. Demand for electricity put burden on energy sources. Since electricity production put heavy cost on the economy and natural resources of a country, we must create an awareness among people to use electricity wisely. Small scientific steps can be taken to reduce electricity consumption. The objectives of this project were sensitize and create awareness among the society at large, realize optimal use of limited resources, save energy, environment, and economy. We have adopted the following methodology. We collected information from 22 households on energy consumption through Google Form to form a baseline or primary data. Due to COVID-19, we were not able to do door-to-door survey. That's why we used Google Form. The people over here filled that questionnaire and helped us do the survey. The further methodology was we kept 10 households as control and did not change their pattern of energy consumption. In the remaining 10 households, we can use remedial steps for a period of minimum 1 month to reduce the electricity bills, to reduce burden on energy sources. After 1 month of observance, we compared the energy consumption patterns from both the groups. Now, Alicia will tell us about that.
As Akshita told you, we collected information about energy consumption through Google Forms. Here is the result of our survey. We asked people what did they prefer using the appliance to cool their rooms. 40.9% said that they open windows. 36.4% said that they use AC, when 2.7% use fan. How did they switch off the appliances from the main switch when not in use? 45.5% always do, 40.9% sometimes do, and few of them never do. What did they prefer using to light their houses at night? 95.5% use CFL, and the rest of them, that is 0.5%, use ordinary bulbs. How did they wash their clothes? 86.4% use washing machine, and the rest of them, that is the 13.6%, prefer washing their clothes by hand. Did they use tube lights in their houses during the day? 27.3% never turn on the lights at home during the day, and 72.7% do at some times. What is the monthly bill of electricity? 27.3% have more than 3,000 rupees. 27.3%, that is the same amount of people, have rupees 2,000 to 3,000. 13.6% have the monthly bill of less than 1,000 rupees, and the rest of them have their monthly bill from 1,000 to 2,000 rupees. What are the amount of electricity lights that they have of 0 watt in their houses? 13.6 have more than 5 lights, and 9.1 have 5%, and 77.3% have less than 5. What do they prefer to reheat their food? 36.4% use LPG, 27.3% consume as soon as possible to avoid reheating, and 36.4% use microwave. Finally, we asked them if they wanted their electricity bill to be reduced. 86.4% said yes, and the rest of them said no. After collecting this data, we forwarded remedial steps to 10 people. Here are the following remedial steps that we gave to the people. Number 1, use CFL instead of tungsten bulbs. Open curtains during the day to use maximum natural light to brighten their room. Switch off TV and chargers from the main switch when not in use. Use solar heater and panels in winter. Observe Earth Hour every day. Instead of individual TV, use common TV in a family. Taking dinner together and as soon as possible to avoid reheating of food. Not to use decorative lights at home. Avoid application of dark colored paints in the inner walls of their houses. Switch off electrical appliances when not in use. Manual cutting and chopping instead of electrical chopper. It was expected that if they follow remedial steps for 1 month properly, electricity consumption would reduce. After 1 month, we again did a survey and collected the data through Google Forms to know people's response. Those who followed the remedial steps for a month told us the experiment was useful. 13.3% people were able to reduce their electricity bill for more than 500 rupees, and 66.7 people were able to reduce approximately 500 rupees. They had to spend very less amount of money to follow the remedial steps. They were ready to share this experience with their friends. Finally, we came to the conclusion that small changes in a lifestyle can lead to reduction in energy consumption. Thank you.
ਉਹਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਛੇੜਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਉੱਥੇ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਾ।
अक्षिता,
Yes, sir.
अक्षिता, कितना बिल आता है तुम्हारे घर का?
Sir, around 2,000 to 3,000.
जब से तूने ये काम शुरू किया कितना कम हो गया?
Sir, comparatively तो कम हुआ है.
This should be the nature of the project. ठीक है, exactly इतना किया, इतना हो गया. कितने लोग इस काम में इन्वॉल्व रहे?
सर, हमने 10 लोगों को भेजा था, तो उन्होंने अपने घर पे यूज किया है. उन्होंने गूगल फॉर्म फिल किया है. उन्होंने कहा कि काफी कम हुआ है हमारा बिल.
काफी नहीं,
अराउंड 500.
500 नहीं, you have to calculate the percentage. अभी किसी का 50,000 आता था, उसका 500 कम हो गया, किसी का 5,000 आता, उसका 500 कम हो गया. ऐसे तो नहीं ना डाटा एनालिसिस करेंगे.
Sir, they have filled the Google
ठीक है ना.
form. You can
बाकी
see the site.
इनोवेशन क्या है? आपने नया क्या बताया?
Sir, the main innovation was the remedial steps. अगर आप देखें तो आपको ये remedial steps हर जगह नहीं पता चलते, और हर remedial step के पीछे साइंटिफिक लॉजिक है.
ठीक है, चलो ठीक. चल गढ़वाल सर प्लीज.
हाँ जी, आप किस लोकेलिटी में रहते हैं, मुझे नाम बताना.
सर, आई लिव इन मोहाली.
हाँ जी,
मोहाली.
मोहाली का कौन सी जगह?
125 सेक्टर.
125 सेक्टर. तो जो आपने सर्वे किया था वो कहाँ किया?
Sir, me and Alicia have sent this to our neighbors and all.
Does your friend also live in the same locality where you live?
Yes, sir.
The same locality में. तो 125 सेक्टर में आपने दोनों ने किया सर्वे.
Sir, Alicia lives in Chandigarh.
Chandigarh where?
37C.
37C में. अलीशा, आपने कितने घरों में किया सर्वे? How many houses?
सर, एक्चुअली हम डोर टू डोर नहीं कर सकते थे. हमने गूगल फॉर्म्स करे थे, और मैंने अपने मम्मा की. Sir,
How
around
many?
5 to 10 people of my mother's friends.
एग्जैक्ट आपने कितने किए वो बताओ.
Sir, I don't know the exact number because I don't know the responses.
ओके कोई बात नहीं.
Sir, we were, excuse me, sir.
हाँ
Sir, we were told to, share the Google form to 10 people, but we don't know how much of them responded.
नहीं जैसे आपने टोटल बताया था 22 हाउसेस.
Yes, sir.
In your project, तो उसमें से मैं ये I want to know how many houses were surveyed by Ashita and how many by Alicia. Only this one.
Sir, I can show you the list. We'll tell us from there.
नहीं आप इतना नंबर ही है बताना आपने कितने किए उसने कितने किए ये बता दो बस.
Okay, sir. I can show you from the chart.
No need, only number. आपको पता है आपने कितने विजिट किए.
Sir, I sent 10 Google forms.
आपने 10 किए तो बाकी
Yes, sir.
22 उसने किए. बट योर नंबर शुड मैच. उसका नहीं मैच कर रहा आपके साथ.
Sir, I personally sent 10.
हैं?
Sir, our main aim was to send 20 Google forms in total, but 2 of them, I think they refused, so we sent to 2 more people.
अच्छा ओके ठीक.
हेलो अक्षता.
Yes, sir.
बेटे आप प्रोजेक्ट आपका बहुत अच्छा है. अच्छा
Thank
मुझे
you,
ये
sir.
बताओ आपने वहाँ पे लिखा था अर्थ आवर. व्हेन इज अर्थ आवर ऑब्जर्व्ड एनुअली?
Sir, last Saturday of March.
वेरी गुड बेटे. अच्छा बेटे मुझे ये बताओ इज देयर एनी रिलेशन a step towards saving electricity is a step towards saving environment? What do you think?
Yes, sir, of course.
And how?
Sir, thermal power से हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोड्यूस करते हैं जिससे स्मोक भी काफी प्रोड्यूस होती है. अगर हम थर्मल पावर में रिडक्शन करेंगे तो फिर स्मोक भी कम प्रोड्यूस होगी.
ओके बेटे वेरी गुड बेटे वेल डन. ठीक है
Thank you, sir.
नेक्स्ट सर.
Good morning, sir. Sir, may we start?
Yeah. So, good morning, everyone, all present here. I, Ashish, and my friend Keshav are going to present our topic, that is to study the problem of deaths caused by delay in ambulance services due to traffic congestion and suggest AI solution. We are the students of Government Model Senior Secondary School, Sector 8B, Chandigarh. So, our focal theme is Science for Sustainable Living, while our sub-theme is Design, Development, Modeling, and Planning for Sustainable Development.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Keshav and I will introduce you all to this project. This research project is based on the real life problem in India and also other countries. These type of cases not occur often, but these cases are a major issue in the society. For us, each life counts. So that is why we try to understand this major problem and find some effective solutions to it. Now, we would like you to understand the cause of this problem, that is traffic congestion. We all know that traffic management in India is very poor. Also, a very vast population in our country are either not mentally prepared to handle such cases, or they are not aware of this problem. Below is an illustration that shows two scenarios. The first scenario shows what happens nowadays. The siren of an ambulance brings chaos. While some vehicles move to the left, others shift to the right. The ambulance driver is forced to seek out the gaps and drive in zigzag manner. At times, there is a mass honking to alert the traffic police if an ambulance is stuck at the signal. Now, what should happen? Whenever an ambulance with its siren on approaches, all vehicles should move to the left and stop till the ambulance goes past. Drivers of the ambulance too should be trained to stay only on the extreme right. Now my friend Ashish would explain you the hypothesis and objectives of this project.
So everyone, now let us look at our hypothesis for our project. So our hypothesis of this project is delayed ambulance services by traffic congestion, delayed ambulance services due to adverse traffic management system, lack of awareness and adaptive solution among people, and delayed ambulance services leads to deaths. So now let us look at our objectives. So our objectives for this project is to check whether this problem is a major issue or not, to discuss this problem with people and get their opinions, to find a solution to this problem and aware people about it. Now I would like Keshav to please explain the data analysis and methodology.
So our method to do this project is through data collection, and Indian government data shows that more than 50% of heart attack cases reach hospital late due to patients stuck in traffic. So our first two hypotheses have been proved by this point. Around 45,000 to 50,000 people die due to this case each year in India. So our third hypothesis have been proved by this point. According to a study, the goal of an ambulance is to reach any place within 15 to 20 minutes after the distress call and transfer patient to health facility within 20 minutes thereafter. But our studies show that this is not happening. So finally, our fourth hypothesis, that is lack of awareness among people, has been proved by this point. This problem also persists in other countries. For example, a British study has shown that around 10,315 people died on their way to the hospital. The results were also published in the Emergency Medicine Journal. So the above data that we have collected and some more data that we are going to show you have been collected from the internet through various authentic websites such as The Hindu, The Hindustan Times, The Times of India, innovate.mygovernment.in, and the ResearchGate. Now I have some more data to show you about this project. There are two graphs here. The first graph, this graph shows that how some minutes of delay in ambulance services can lead to so many deaths. And the second, the following graph shows that as population increases from 1970 to 2015, in the same manner, the death percentage increases due to ambulance delay, due to more vehicles and increasing traffic. So the results and conclusion of this project are that all hypotheses have been proved from the above data and finding a solution to this problem. So my friend Ashish would explain you the solution to the problem.
So after all the research and data collection, I and Keshav started thinking about an optimum solution. So after discussing with it with our guide teacher, Mr. Paramjeet sir, we finally came to a solution. And that is the installation of a buzzer alarm and a voice command system at traffic points. So the concept of this whole system is that as when the driver checks on his map-based application that whether he will face traffic on his way to destination, then if he find that he gonna face traffic on his way, so he will activate the system 5 to 10 minutes before reaching the zone where he will find traffic. So when the system will be activated, the alarm will alert people, and the voice command will guide people to make a path for ambulance so that it could pass by. So our requirements for this system is most importantly of all awareness to people about our solution, that they couldn't find any difficulty dealing with it. Also, it requires an interface for driver so that he could control all the system easily. So that's all from my side. Now, Keshav, please continue.
I conclude this research by thanking the Environment Society of India, Department of Science and Technology, and National Children's Science Congress, who helped us and provided us this opportunity to present our ideas in front of you all. So save life and sustain life. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Keshav.
Yes, sir.
Your information is about the data which you collected from internet or other sources.
Yes, sir.
You, in which colony or locality do you live?
Sir, I live in Chandigarh, sector 47D.
47D. Is there any police station, hospital nearby?
Yes, nearby hospital in sector 45 and nearby hospital GMCH 32.
Okay. Did you ever visit police station or hospital to get some information about this?
No, sir, we did not visit due to COVID restriction by our parents.
हॉस्पिटल में तो सारी दुनिया जा रही है, ये तो नहीं है कि कोई भी नहीं जा रहा हॉस्पिटल. You can
सर वो तो है, बट
have
पेरेंट्स
information.
ने एक बार मतलब कहा है कि हम नहीं घर से बाहर निकले, इसलिए हम सर जा नहीं पाए.
नहीं जा पाए. Your project is totally based upon internet data.
Yes, sir.
But if you want to make your project effective, then you should have information from your locality. जैसे आप पुलिस स्टेशन में जाते हो या कोई एम्बुलेंस वाले हैं, उनसे आप पूछो कि कभी उनको ये प्रॉब्लम हुई है, कितनी जगह प्रॉब्लम हुई है. ट्रैफिक वालों को आप ट्रैफिक पुलिस से पूछो कि why don't they allow one side traffic, that other traffic would keep on left. ये इंफॉर्मेशन आपकी नेट से नहीं होनी चाहिए. एक्चुअल आप अपने वेब को अच्छा बनाने के लिए एक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन आपको कलेक्ट करनी चाहिए.
ठीक है सर.
और फिर उनसे एनालिसिस करो. हाँ, ओके.
हाँ जी सर, ठीक है सर. ठीक.
हेलो.
हाँ जी सर. यस सर.
You have written AI, and what is artificial intelligence?
सर AI सर इज आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस सर एक मेनली कंप्यूटर बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी सिस्टम है. ये सर अपने आप विजुअल सेंसिंग या इसको मैन्युअली भी कंट्रोल किया जा सकता है.
Okay, beta, do you think our country is not so developed and this high technique is possible on our road?
सर हमारे देश में ये सर टेक्निक पॉसिबल हो सकती है, मतलब हो सकती है सर, अगर हम कंसिस्टेंट रहें अपने इस टेक्नोलॉजी को बढ़ाने में.
बेटे हमारे यहाँ पे तो यही प्रॉब्लम की कमी बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है.
हाँ जी सर, ये तो बात है कि हमारी प्रॉब्लम है.
तो आप इसको किस तरह से देखते हो?
सर एक्चुअली सर अभी हमने मतलब जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि कोविड के कारण मैं अभी अपने घर से बाहर नहीं निकला सर, इसलिए मैंने आशीष ने मतलब
वैसे कुछ क्वेश्चंस वगैरह तैयार किए थे इसके लिए, कोई लॉग बुक, कोई क्वेश्चंस?
सर लॉग बुक है, क्वेश्चन नहीं हमने वैसे रफली याद किए थे, बट लॉग बुक है सर इसकी एक, जिसमें डाटा है सारा.
अच्छा है तुम्हारे पास अभी?
सर हाँ जी सर है, दिखाऊं सर?
हाँ श्योर
सर. हार्ड कॉपी है सर.
ओके, इसमें क्या है दिखाना
सर?
जरा खोल.
सर इसमें सर हमने जो जिस दिन काम किया सर उसकी डिटेल्स है.
ठीक है, चलो ठीक है बेटे. हाँ जी, ओवर टू राकेश जी.
हाँ जी केशव.
हाँ जी सर.
बल्ला.
हाँ जी सर.
केशव आप कहाँ रहते हो? कहाँ रहते हो? चंडीगढ़ में?
हाँ जी सर, सेक्टर 47D.
अच्छा केशव, पीछे है ना एक केस हुआ था इधर PGI से, किसी का हार्ट लिया था शायद, वो वाया एयरपोर्ट चेन्नई में ऑपरेशन हुआ था।
अच्छा
Have you
सर।
heard about that?
यस
उसके
सर,
बारे में पता है?
मेरे ग्रैंडफादर ने बताया था इसके बारे में।
ठीक है ना। वो
हाँ
वो
सर।
आपने देखा था किस तरह उन्होंने भेजा यहाँ से चेन्नई?
नहीं सर, वो तो नहीं मैंने देखा, बट उससे बस मैंने सुना ही है।
सुना है ना।
हाँ सर।
मुझे लगा था कि तुम उसका जरूर मेंशन करोगे इसमें, जब तूने प्रॉब्लम के बारे में बात की ना।
अच्छा सर।
अगर लोग ट्रैफिक में हमें कोऑपरेट करें तो ऐसे लोगों की जान बचाई जा सकती है। एनी हाउ,
हाँ जी सर।
सर ने आपको बताया ही है कि वी हैव टू बी इन्वॉल्व सो मेनी पीपल इन
हाँ जी सर।
पब्लिक। पब्लिक प्रॉब्लम है ना, लोगों को अवेयर करना है, फिर देखना है कितने लोग हमारे साथ अवेयर हुए या नहीं हुए। ठीक है ना,
ठीक सर।
वो
ठीक
सारा
है सर।
देखेंगे ना। चलो, एनी
ठीक है
हाउ,
सर।
ऑल द
हाँ
वेरी
जी,
बेस्ट।
थैंक यू सर।
बहुत बढ़िया केशव, बहुत अच्छा। ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट इज फ्रॉम DPS चंडीगढ़, मुकुल हुड्डा। मुकुल हुड्डा। मुकुल हुड्डा।
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग। स्टार्ट।
Yes, sir. सर मैं एक बार अपने कोवर्कर को बुला रहा हूँ।
अभी इनको दोनों करना है तो हम चले जाते हैं।
Mukul, I'm Sunil Sharma, your guide teacher. Can you hear me, Mukul?
Yes, sir.
The Sumaira is not there. Sir, can we go for the next team and we can have the next turn?
Okay, 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 thank you. Next team is from Ajit Karam Singh International School. Arushi Sharma.
Good morning, everyone present.
Good morning.
So is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes, visible.
So a very good morning to one and all present here. My name is Arushi Sharma and my teammate is Aman Rana, and we are representing Ajit Karam Singh International Public School, Sector 45 at Chandigarh. And our sub-theme is Appropriate Technologies for Sustainable Living. The idea caters to the following problem towards living substantially. Shortage of electrical energy owing to increasing population and excessive demand correspondingly. Health issues on all-time high due to sedentary lifestyle, particularly now when most work has turned to the online mode. Indian cities yet to meet international standards in terms of public amenities and lifestyle standards. Despite so much growth, some rural interiors are yet to receive a continuous power supply. So in a nutshell, we chose the topics that are most prevalent in our country at the present time. Due to the rise in population, electricity generated is not fulfilling the needs of the population. Apart from that, in the interiors of our country, people still do not have power supply facilities. As we all know, India is a developing nation, and to bring it back with the developed nations, we will have to take some scientific steps. On top of that, health issues have been one of the major hurdles in the country's progress. And due to this online era, we all are stuck up with our devices and do not have time to keep ourselves fit and healthy. Before I discuss about our idea or project, I would like to give you a brief overview regarding the piezoelectric crystals. It is the ability of certain materials to generate an electric charge in response to the mechanical stress. So here behind me, there's a chart, and here you can see that there's a piezoelectric path created where we have connected some wires with a voltmeter. So whenever a dynamic force on these piezoelectric crystals will be applied, these piezoelectric crystals will convert a mechanical energy into the electrical energy, and then energy that is produced will be we can see from the voltmeter. The word piezo has been derived from the Greek word that means piezo, which means to squeeze or press, and the piezo, which means Greek for push. The piezoelectric materials is used within many applications that involves the production and detection of sound, generation of high voltages, electronic frequency generation, and they're also used in sonar devices, and which are used in detecting icebergs, and also used in submarines. And apart from that, they're also used in cigarette lighters and gas lighters. So how was the idea tested? Keeping the aim of generating more voltage and hence more electricity in mind, the best available piezoelectric material was searched upon. We acquired two most readily available ones, PZT and PVDF. Each was individually used to check for the amount of voltage produced with same pressure. PZT was found to be more useful. The PZT were then tried with different connections, that is series and parallel combination of series. Parallel, 3 PZT were used in sequence for each connection respectively. Now I would like my partner Aman to speak up.
Thank you, Arushi. The best connection we found was the combination of series parallel with 3 PZT in series and 10 such connections in parallel. The output voltage we got from one piezo disc was roughly 12 volt. So maximum voltage that can be generated in a piezo tile was around 36 volt. The piezo tile was tested for voltage production with people of varied weight working on it. 10 different weight categories were tried: 41 kg, 47 kg, 55 kg, 60 kg, 66 kg, 69 kg, 70 kg, 72 kg, and 75 kg. It was observed that the voltage produced increased with more weight on the piezo tile. On an average, around 35 volt can be generated when a weight of 72 kg is applied on the tile. The entire concept can be improvised by testing other varied combination between PZT and trying other weight categories for voltage production. Now the question comes, how does it work? At the start and end of every pavement, a scanner for Aadhaar card of the pedestrian may be used for a person's identification. This records the person's presence on it at a specific time of the day. Also, at the start of such pavements, a weighing machine to record the pedestrian weight may be lodged. Only with both details enter, a person will be eligible to entitlement of benefits in the electricity bill. Since a person covers an average of 1300 steps in a kilometer and the amount of voltage generation for such number of steps would be prefixed, the number of units of electricity generated by a pedestrian can be calculated by the kilometers covered by him or her. With the Aadhaar card linking, the same number of units may be reduced from the electricity bill in the name of that pedestrian. The energy generated may even be used to recharge batteries at the port for mobile charging along the pavements or even lightening the street lights. The benefits which we had culled out from this project were energy conservation and production at the same time, adding to the resource of the city at a time when most of the areas are facing electricity shortage. People would be encouraged to walk, thus contributing to better health in the society, increasing the number of public amenities, and can be even used in rural as well as hilly areas where walking is more often and laying of electricity lines is not so easy. Now, the chart behind me represents the special flooring tiles with piezoelectric crystals to generate electricity. First, we have a sheet with piezoelectric crystals lying on it, which are covered by a soft layer, and only devices directly stepped would generate electricity. Then comes the layering process.
The uppermost layer is the floor, and when the pressure is applied on this floor, the vibration passes through the vibrating plate. Here the vibration gets amplified and gets transferred to the piezoelectric crystal sheet, from where the further process of converting mechanical energy into electrical energy take place. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sushi,
Yes, sir.
are you listening?
Yes, sir.
First of all, tell me the problem for which you think this project will be able. Problem. What was the problem?
So a problem I found most prevalent was that electricity rising, that electricity bills were rising quite high. There was a quite hike in electricity bills, so I decided to use this.
Acha. Problem of electricity.
Also, sir, pollution problem and the health disorders facing today.
Okay, okay. Did you consult your co-members, society members, or people living around you about the problem?
Yes, sir, we asked our school
consult
teachers.
any-
Yes, sir, we asked our school teachers, and apart from that, we also asked our relatives since we could not go due to COVID restrictions outward. So we asked our relatives and school
Have you
teachers.
any record?
No,
Have
sir.
you any record of that?
No, sir.
So then that it is not Children's Science Congress. Science Congress is that whatever you do, you should have record of that. Logbook है आपके पास?
Yes, sir, we have a logbook. Yes, sir.
उसमें क्या लिखा है?
So,
Logbook में
Manish,
क्या? So what have you shown?
So we have written
What
the
is
work
there in
done on
logbook?
particular dates.
What you did? Have you made this from your own idea or from idea from somewhere else?
No,
Idea?
so this was our own idea. We did not copy it from anywhere.
It is your own idea.
Yes, sir.
Then is this model practicably feasible? Where it
Yes.
will be feasible? In
So
your
like-
house, in locality, or in public roads? Where it will work?
So it is feasible in locality also and on public pedestrian paths.
Public pedestrian.
Yes, sir, pedestrian paths. It is
Then
feasible.
who will apply in public pedestrian paths? Which authority will apply?
So we will have to ask for the
Public
Chandigarh.
pedestrian path है, आप तो वहां जाके लगा नहीं सकते. कौन
Yes,
करेगा
sir.
वहां पर?
So तो फिर
Who will
उसके
apply?
लिए हमें contact करना पड़ेगा चंडीगढ़ administration से, and since I am living in Mohali, my locality is in
करना
Mohali.
पड़ेगा या नहीं करना पड़ेगा या आपने किसी से किया है कांटेक्ट?
No, sir, we have not yet
आपने
contacted.
किसी से कांटेक्ट किया?
No, sir.
नहीं, अभी नहीं किया. Yet
Yes,
this is
sir.
only with you. Okay.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
अरुषित.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा बेटे आपके मतलब जब मैं देख रहा था तो आप बता रहे थे कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जो है मतलब पैदा होगी इतने वोल्ट की होगी या
अच्छे से कर दे,
इतनी कंजप्शन कर देगी.
ये ऊपर से ही उतार दे.
Yes, sir.
आपको कैसे पता चला? मतलब अभी तो आपका हाइपोथेटिकल है.
Pardon, sir, your voice is not clear. Can you please repeat the question?
बेटे I would like to know that is it your own idea or you have taken it from internet source?
No, sir.
Because
It's
you have given so much data regarding this that so much amount of electricity will be saved.
no,
How
sir.
do
It's
you know
totally.
about this?
Sir, because we have tested it in our
And how
school.
do you know about this? Have you done any experiments?
Yes, sir. We have tested it wholly in our
Any
school.
project you have taken?
Yes, sir. We have tested in our school. We do have the proof with us. This is a piezoelectric materials, the material that we use. And apart from that, we made some graphs and we did all that, what kind of material should be used and the current we supplied and the voltage we were getting for that. This is the graph for the PVDF material. Then we have the graph for the PVT material.
Have you prepared any showing out? Have you prepared as a proof to show us?
Yes, sir, we made it, but
Or as a record?
Yes, sir, we made it, but since we did everything in the school premises, so it's lying in the school. So unfortunately, we couldn't show you today.
Okay, now I will ask you a question because you have spoken about electromagnetism. Now tell me a very simple question. What is Fleming's right-hand rule?
So Fleming's right-hand rule?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so in case of Fleming's right-hand rule, it says that whenever we stretch our right hand in such a way that our thumb, our middle finger, and our index finger are perpendicular to each other, and such that whenever we... So I don't actually remember the whole rule.
It's okay, beta. Okay. Now over to Rakesh ji. Sharma ji.
अरुषि.
Yes, sir.
अरुषि.
Yes,
तूने
sir.
सभी को चिंता में डाल दिया कि ये वाला जो कॉन्सेप्ट है तुम्हारा अपना है. इससे पहले यूज ही नहीं हुआ कभी.
So I have no idea, but ये हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट तो अपना ही है, हमने कहीं से कॉपी नहीं करा है इसे.
ये जो मेहता जी आपसे पूछ रहे हैं ना, इनके स्कूल के सभी बच्चों ने इस पे काम किया है. You can't say it's an innovation. It's not your innovation.
So, but we haven't copied it from anywhere. It was our own plan.
It's not your innovation. इसको ये प्रोजेक्ट तो पहले ही है. What innovation you people have made in? आपने क्या किया? कितने लोगों को इन्वॉल्व किया?
So we answered on.
कहाँ पर ये काम कर रहा है अभी?
So अभी तक तो ये कहीं पे काम नहीं कर रहा है.
फिर मुश्किल होगी ना. तो ऐसे तो सभी टेंशन में आ गए. सभी को लगा कि अभी तो अरुषि से पेटेंट पे करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, ऐसे नहीं है कि ये कॉन्सेप्ट तो पुराना है. ये भी नहीं है कि इस पे इनोवेशन नहीं हो सकती. ठीक है.
Yes,
इसको देखो, ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग थिंग्स को भी हम इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं ना.
Yes, sir.
उसको लेबोरेटरी से जो चीजें होती हैं वो इंडस्ट्री में जाती हैं विद द इनोवेशन.
Yes, sir.
लोगों को इन्वॉल्व करो. ऐसे हम नहीं कह सकते कि इट्स योर इनोवेशन. ये तो ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग है. बच्चे आमतौर पे ऐसे काम करते हैं. ठीक है ना. तो हम ये नहीं बोल सकते. सेकेंडली, ये जो चिल्ड्रन साइंस कांग्रेस है ना, एक मिनट बैठ गए. सेकेंडली, जो चिल्ड्रन साइंस कांग्रेस है ना,
Yes, sir.
तो उसकी नेचर बेटा अलग है. इसमें मैं नहीं समझता. मैं जब लास्ट में कंक्लूड करेंगे ना, उसमें बताएंगे आपको. मुझे नहीं लगता कि आपका कोई कसूर है. आपने तो काम किया. कहीं ना कहीं हमें जो आपको बताने में हमारे से चूक होगी कि आपने करना किस तरह है. ठीक है. लास्ट में हम कंक्लूड करेंगे. अभी अकेले से बात नहीं करेंगे. ठीक है.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rishi. Thank you. Our next project is केंद्रीय विद्यालय सेक्टर 29 दीपाली दलाल. केंद्रीय विद्यालय दीपाली.
दीपाली दलाल.
Yes, sir.
कौन सा रही हो? केंद्रीय विद्यालय सेक्टर 80B.
So can you see the charts? Can I start presenting?
Yes.
Just wait. Where is your first chart?
In Chandigarh. Very good.
Show your first chart.
So this is our first chart. So my name is Nidhali.
Your name is not showing here. It is not clear, na? Okay.
Project कुछ भी है. Survey based.
So can I start?
Yes, yes.
So the focal theme of our project is Science for Sustainable Living, and the sub-theme which is allotted to our cluster is Ecosystem for Sustainable Living. And the topic which we had chosen is decrease in the number of migratory birds in Chandigarh. And our main objective is to study the reasons behind this problem and give suitable solutions to it. Moving to the second chart, here you would be able to see a map of a bird sanctuary which is located near Sukhna Lake in Chandigarh. And these are some of the migratory birds which are seen in the Chandigarh region. And these are those birds which arrive in Chandigarh in very large number. But to the surprise, the number of these birds are decreasing very rapidly. The reasons behind these problems are that increasing disturbance, especially in those specific areas of migratory birds where they live. There is a lot of disturbance. Pollution due to increase in the number of vehicles could be another reason. Moving to the third chart, here we have represented a bar graph which tell us about the number of the species which are seen in the Chandigarh in the year 2018. They were about 96, which reduced in the year 2019 to 80. In the year 2020, it was 56, and the most astonishing difference came in the year 2021, which was a 27, a number decreased directly by 50. So now I will like to tell you, some of you might be thinking that how migratory birds could affect our ecosystem. These birds play a very important role in our ecosystem. They help by dispersing seeds, they help maintaining biodiversity along their routes. Eggshell of these are rich in nitrogen, which enrich the soil with nitrogen and help in better production of growth and crops, and growth of crops is related to our ecosystem. Even the dropping of these birds are rich in known as guana, are rich in nitrogen. So these are some of the things I felt you should know. And in the last chart, I would be discussing the solutions to this problem, because without giving any solutions, this whole project is of no use. First solution could be long-term monitoring programs to assess the migration trends in bird. Such programs can help us to know the nature of these birds, and we can provide them a suitable habitat. Second would be educating school children on migratory birds, because this is such a common topic and everyone should know about this. And if school children are educated, they will come up with their own idea. Water levels should be controlled, because these birds can breed only in shallow water. They do not breed in high water levels. Adoption of sustainable organic agriculture to ensure chemical-free bodies, because these birds do not like to breed in dirty water, and conservation of wetlands and grasslands. So this is the file. Thank you, sir.
Dipali?
Yes, sir.
Dipali, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You showed the data of number of species of migratory birds from 2018 to 2021. Where did you get it from?
So there's a bird sanctuary in Chandigarh.
Hello?
Chandigarh. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
There is a Chandigarh bird sanctuary, and these are the estimates given by them.
Chandigarh Bird Sanctuary. Where is it situated, Chandigarh Bird Sanctuary?
Sir, it is located near Sukhna Lake.
Achha. Did you yourself visit there or
Yes,
some other?
we visited Sukhna Lake and to the bird sanctuary, and we tried talking to them, and we talked to the secretary, and she told us that this is a major problem. This has been
What was
published.
the name of the secretary?
Rima Dhillon.
Rima Dhillon. Okay. What reason did they tell that why the number of species is decreasing year
So
by
there
year?
Many reasons. One is that due to global warming, the level are rising and migratory birds need shallow water. In Mot Majra, which is 32 acres and one of the largest in Chandigarh, they have allowed fishing, which is decreasing their food supply. Also, pollution levels are one of the reasons.
Hello, are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the name of migratory birds coming to Sukhna Lake?
Bar-headed goose. So I have
Okay.
tasted the picture also. Bar-headed goose, common pochard, northern shoveler.
And they are coming from which place?
Siberia.
Okay, they are coming from Siberia. Okay, but there is a very popular term regarding this. What is biomagnification?
That
What
these
is
will use magnetic field to
biomagnification? Yeah.
For navigation, they can sense the magnetic earth, magnetic field.
No, but you are wrong. Achha, okay, now tell me, have you prepared any question regarding this?
What, sir?
Question regarding this, and did any survey about decline in migratory birds?
Survey nahi kiya, sir.
Okay, you haven't done. Okay. And now, Sharma ji, please.
Principal Saab.
Haji Rakesh ji. Okay, beta, have you prepared any logbook?
Yes, sir.
Can you show me?
So logbook में आपने क्या लिखा है?
How we started it and when we saw this problem and how we collected the information and how we prepared the project.
What is the date of start and what is the last date in your logbook? Only 2 dates.
So I remember this, we started a month ago. I have not written the date. It is written day 1.
That must be in your logbook. You see in your logbook, yes. इसमें date नहीं लिखी आपने.
No, sir, we have mentioned the number of days. Like on day 1, we did this. On day 2, we did this.
Next time, whenever you prepare, you have done very good work for logbook. But next
Sir, I cannot hear you.
और वेयर प्लेस कहाँ विजिट की, डे, डेट, टाइम और प्लेस that must be mentioned in the logbook for each day. Next, yeah.
Okay, sir.
Good. And the Principal Sharma ji. Next, Andy. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Pingan Saab. Next, करो जी.
ठीक है जी. Next is from DPS. DPS ready?
So just 1 minute.
Yes, sir, just 1 second.
First, we can have Kendriya Vidyalaya OCF. Gautam Raj. Gautam Raj from Kendriya Vidyalaya.
Yes, sir. Just a second. I am presenting my screen. So, sir, can I start?
Yes.
Show कहाँ से होता है कि तेरी शक्ल दिख रही है. So, a very warm good morning to one and all present here today. Our Gautam Raj is here to present my project on the topic National NCSC 29. The focal theme of our project is Science for Sustainable Living, and the sub-theme of our project is Ecosystem for Sustainable Management. The title of our project is Effect of Aloe Vera for Water Purification. Sir, just a second. So, moving to our first chart, the botanical name of aloe vera is Aloe babadensis miller. It belongs to the family of Asphodelia or liliaceae. It is a shrubby and an absorbent type of plant. It grows in the dry region of Africa, Asia, and Europe. It is a pea green colored plant. And now I will discuss about the abstract and the objective of our project. The major objective of our project was to provide access to clean water. Millions of people lack safe water, and we want that clean, purable drinking water should be available to each and every household in India. We would also like to provide the basic information about the contaminants in drinking water and the ecosystem sustainability, like common cactus can be used to clean water. Aloe vera is also categorized under the category of cactus. Now moving to our next chart. Methodology. First, preparation of gel. Aloe vera gel is extracted from its stem. So first we have to take an aloe vera stem, then wash it to remove the dirt. Then by cutting, we have to remove the outermost green layer, and then the gel is extracted. Now the gel is blended with some content of water and then make a slurry. The slurry is then preserved in refrigerator so that it doesn't get spoiled. Now moving to our procedure. First, water samples were collected from Sukhna Lake. After collecting the water samples, they were sent to NPCPH Water Testing Lab, Chandigarh, which does the water sample for free. After getting the samples and observation, aloe vera slurry was added to the samples collected from the Sukhna Lake, and then it was kept under observation for 2 days. After 2 days, it was again sent to NPCPH Lab, Water Testing Lab, Chandigarh to get the results. So after that, we got the results from the lab and then observations were made. Here is the observation. I have shown my file and also the chart paper. Now moving on to our chart paper. Observations. Now this chart shows the percentage of original purification before and after test. First, day 0. Day 0 is the day when the water samples were collected from Sukna Lake, or they are just the normal water. Iron content 5 mg, percentage 100, phosphate 50 mg, and nitrate 50 mg. Now, day 2. Day 2 means after getting the samples with the test treated with the aloe vera slurry and then getting the samples back from the MPCH lab, Chandigarh. Iron content 0.30, 7.2, phosphate content 60, nitrate content 100. Result. After observing, it was recorded that the amount of iron, which is a good supplement, has increased, phosphate decreased, while nitrate remained the same. So we came to the observations that aloe vera slurry can purify water. It increases the supplements, but it does not work for all. Like the nitrate contents remain the same. Now, moving to a conclusion and result. Conclusion. This study identifies aloe vera gel as a purifying agent of water since it decreases the concentrations of some contaminants and make water suitable for drinking. Overall, this provides a framework for purifying. Solution to the problem. To spread awareness among people to consume clean water to prevent diseases. So after doing our experiments, we came to a conclusion that aloe vera gel can be used as a water purification method, and it kills the decontaminants present in the water and make it suitable for drinking. And the solution to this problem is we need to make people realize about the usages of such medicinal plants, and we should plant aloe vera gel near water bodies as the roots absorb the water and can also clean it. So thank you. This was my presentation.
Hello.
So we continue.
Yes, sir.
Where did you get this idea of?
So like in the modern times, there is a huge water shortage. So we decided to do something regarding a topic about pollution, like sound pollution, air pollution. We want to take one topic about cleansing any one of them.
Okay.
Sir, can you repeat? Your voice isn't audible.
Okay. Our project should be based upon, you have done good work for cleaning as a science work project.
Thank you.
But keep in mind that we should also involve society with us.
Yes, sir, we have involved the society. Like this project was made while we were in school. So we went to classes and asked people about some basic knowledges of medicinal herbs, tell them about the knowledge of purification using aloe vera, and motivated them to keep their surroundings clean and plant more green trees and plants.
But whenever we want to purify a lake like Sukna Lake, that will require a lot of aloe vera gel. You might have taken a small sample.
Sir, we can also plant aloe vera, not just the gel, like planting the aloe vera near the bankings of the river, near the lake body.
Around the lake. Will that help? But you have only in your project, you have shown that we treated water with the aloe vera gel. आपने ऐसे किया है ना?
Yes, sir.
और फर्स्ट डे और सेकंड डे का आपने टेस्ट करवाया लैब से?
Yes, sir.
लेकिन अगर आप कह रहे हैं कि उसके बाउंड्री पर ग्रो दैट वी शुड ग्रो एलो वेरा जेल along the boundaries of the lakes or ponds, तो that उसको भी आपने टेस्ट किया है? Have you ever tested that by growing aloe vera water bodies will be purified?
Sir, we were not able to experiment as growing plant requires a huge amount of time. So with the help of net, we found about our observation, and also in Google it was told that Yes, plants clean water while planting near the bodies like eucalyptus and aloe vera and some other types of cacti.
But before adding, that must be tested. You should test it. First, you test it in a small pond.
Sir,
Then-
actually, the issue was the growing of plants requires a huge time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Victor.
Next.
Gautam Raj.
Yes, sir.
Gautam Raj, is it feasible to plant the aloe vera around the Sukhna lake?
Yes, sir. Can you repeat? Your voice is lagging.
क्या ये प्लांट जो है वो लेक के शोर पे जहाँ it is not the aquatic plant.
Sir, not like fully submerged in the water, like the near the banks.
From which class you are? You are in which class?
11th.
11th. Biology पढ़ते हो? Botany पढ़ते हो?
Yes, sir.
Aloe vera is not the aquatic plant.
Yes, sir. I said that the plant should not be fully submerged.
You can't stop the plant to get merged into the water. How you will control that? You need soil.
No, sir, like near the bank.
Have you practiced this?
No, sir.
ठीक है ना? अभी जिस काम को तेरे को खुद ही नहीं भाई पता, वो दूसरों को कैसे बताएंगे? ठीक है ना? You have to give the report, that is the micro report, what you people have done in the micro level. Then it will go to the masses and society also. ठीक है?
Yes.
ठीक है ना? Next time क्योंकि एक जो portion है ना आपका उसमें experimentation observation है. This can be an experiment. Experiment doesn't mean that you have to go to in the laboratory. You can do the experiment. Social experiments are there. Observations are there. It means जो तुम्हारा experiment वाला portion है वो गलत हो गया. तो experiment वाला गलत हो गया तो observation वाला गलत हो गया. Observation वाला गलत हो गया तो inference वाला गलत हो गया. ठीक है ना? हम point to point उठाएंगे ना. फिर दूसरी बात आ गई कि जो लोग घर में ये use करते हैं. There are so many other means also.
Yes,
ठीक है? तो कोई नहीं, लास्ट में बात करेंगे. मैं नोट कर रहा हूँ सभी के पॉइंट्स. लास्ट में बात.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you, Gautam.
Hello.
Yes.
Next project is from DPS Mukul Hooda.
Yes, sir. Just 1 second. I'm trying to share the screen.
क्या बात हो गई? Oh.
Sir, is the screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes, sir.
Yes. Hello everyone. I'm Mukul and I'm working with Samira from Delhi Public School, Chandigarh. Our sub-theme is Ecosystem for Sustainable Living and our focal theme is Science for Sustainable Living. For this project, we mainly took our attention to a major green city of India, Chandigarh. And we made our 3 main aspects according to the climate change happening all over the world. The first aspect was carbon sequestration. The second aspect was green belts and how they're useful in urban areas. And the third was renewable energy and how it benefits. So starting off, we made the first chart of the aims and objectives. Mainly our aims of the study were to increase awareness among all the livelihoods of society, which include the rural and the urban areas. Our second was making people understand the importance of green belts in urban areas because urban areas are prone to urbanization and deforestation. And our main objective was adopting and encouraging people to adopt these practices, which will help in achieving our goal of sustainable living by using as less natural resources as we can. So starting off with green belts. What are green belts? Green belts are mainly considered to be the lungs of the urban areas which are prone to urbanization and deforestation. They help to purify the air. why did we take Chandigarh as our main attention-seeking concept of the project? Chandigarh was the greenest city in 2015 to 2016 due to the amount of widespread green cover within the city. This picture shows the vast amount of green cover in the city beautiful of India. Greenbelts have many uses and benefits, especially in urban areas. Protecting natural and semi-natural environments and improving air quality in urban areas are two of the main uses. Cleaning air and water, better land use in urban areas and surroundings, providing with a continuous and protective network of habitats for plants, animals, and wildlife, and encouraging people to stay fit by providing as walking, camping, and biking areas close to cities and towns also help in keeping the cities and towns disease-free. This picture shows the green cover in Chandigarh, which provides as a green belt in urban areas. This is our second chart. In our second chart, we explained the future plans and solutions. Mainly, our future plans and solutions included adopting the practices of using renewable energy as in a vast amount in a large scale as soon as we can. Usage of solar panels as the main source of electricity in homes and solar street lights provide as a good idea for moving closer to sustainable living. Green belts in urban areas also provide as one of the major aspects of bringing down climate change. Talking about renewable energy for sustainable living. Renewable energy will help us in using less natural resources because natural resources can be easily exhausted and the time they take to replenish can be thousands or even millions of years, which is way beyond the human timescale. As the use of this type of energy will help us in protecting the environment by using as less natural resources as we can. And renewable energy also has many benefits, two of them being mainly no greenhouse gas emissions, which result in protecting the icebergs of Antarctica and in turn reducing the sea level or maybe not rising the sea level. This is our chart of survey and experimentation. For experimentation, we carried out a Chandigarh case study for the green cover in Chandigarh. And the online survey we carried out was regarding solar energy. In the online survey, we noticed about 70% of the people were not aware of carbon sequestration. Carbon sequestration is another main aspect for achieving sustainable living. Only about 35% of the people were agreeing to switch to renewable energy as their main sources of energy. Talking about carbon sequestration, our third and final aspect. Carbon sequestration is the process of capturing and storing atmospheric carbon dioxide, and it is one method of reducing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere with the goal of reducing global climate change. This is a quote by the US Geological Survey. To soak up the carbon that would otherwise rise up and trap heat in the atmosphere is one of the best means to tackle the rising temperature of Earth. In this picture, you can see the working and process of carbon sequestration. This is a very natural way of storing carbon and reducing the carbon cover in the atmosphere. Our fourth chart consisted of the data analysis and observation of the two different livelihoods in Chandigarh, urban and rural. In rural areas, we found out that very less people were aware of the practices taken in by the government to reduce the carbon emission and people in urban areas were more or less aware of the practices they're taking. And one main thing was that people in urban areas and households were also agreeing to take up renewable energy as their main source of energy. Carbon sequestration, usage of green belts in ways that benefit the environment, and adopting practices promoting the use of renewable energy to attain the everlasting goal of sustainable living helped us conclude that we need to have more of a conservative lifestyle and need to use fewer natural resources to benefit the ecosystems in a prominent yet not so expensive way. This project explained the ways by which not only a large scale of people, but even one person can be useful to the environment alone, and how it is so important to contribute to a global cause like climate change. Thank you.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
You have mentioned every aspect of the project, but did you visit the
अच्छा जिससे नहीं था नहीं ये सर प्रोजेक्ट शीट है
Did you visit the field?
दो कुर्सियां ना दो तीन
आया दीपक हेलो
Yes.
इधर बेटा दे दे तुम्हारे सामने पास है
Did you visit the field?
This someone is interrupting.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
So can you please repeat the question?
Disturbance. Did you visit the field?
Sir, we
For your
visited.
project?
So like we visited the places where we found out solar street lights, like in Mohali, Sunny Enclave.
What is your idea in this project? Your contribution?
So like our main contribution was like to first of all to encourage the people and to also promote the practices like there's this practice adopted by the government that in houses which are more than 5 square.
For encouragement, how many people did you visit or how many have record?
So like
how many
I visited the slum area of Sector 38 West and also told them the practices that we were.
Is there any record of that in your logbook?
So like there's no picture in the logbook, but we have the logbook.
But you should have record if you visited the place or the people, then you should have record of that date wise. Is there any record in your logbook?
No, sir.
No record in log. Next time, be careful that whenever you visit or do any activity during your project, have that in your logbook. Mention the time and date in your logbook that this is what you do on that particular day. Be careful about it. Okay. Next.
मुकुल होंडा
हुड्डा
मेरी आवाज आ रही है
Yes.
हुड्डा सॉरी मुकुल हुड्डा तो मुकुल how many people you encouraged so far कितने लोग तेरी बात मान के बहुत encourage हो गए
So like we noticed in the urban areas, many people were actually agreeing to trying out solar panels as their main sources of electricity.
नहीं, so many people got encouraged.
So like we asked we didn't encourage that much in the urban areas, but like where I visited the slums in
number of
city.
the people, number of the people, their profession as well as occupation. ठीक है ना? Professionally they may be different, their occupation may be different. Students, how many different type of the people got encouraged from your project? That is one of the aspect you have to mention. ठीक है? मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि लास्ट में इसको मेंशन करूं, ठीक है? तो नेक्स्ट लेवल पे जाने से पहले ये लॉग बुक है उसको ठीक करेंगे और ये वाला एस्पेक्ट भी ठीक करेंगे, ठीक है बेटा? थैंक यू। मेहता जी प्लीज।
हाँ जी, Mukul,
Yes,
are you
sir.
listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but tell me what carbon footprint?
So like the amount
There is
of
a term carbon footprint.
So like the amount of carbon left behind in the atmosphere, or like the effects of it on the soil in a given period of time.
Okay, I would like to know from you, is carbon dioxide a harmful gas to us, a poisonous gas to us? What do
Sir,
you
it's
think?
it's not that poisonous as carbon monoxide, but like it is harmful because it in turn results in the heating up of atmosphere, which will rise the temperature.
Okay, now I understand your point. Do you think there should not be any carbon dioxide in our atmosphere?
No, sir, this should be because plants need it for photosynthesis.
Okay, plant need. And is it any role in maintaining temperature of the world?
Yes, sir. So like if there's no carbon dioxide, it plays a major role in also modulating the temperature of Earth because it produces heat.
Hello. Mataji, any question? Any other question?
Next, sir.
Next. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mukul. Thank you. Our next project is from DAV Public School Secretariat, RN Bhalla.
Yes, sir. So once again, we are presenting.
Okay.
Good morning, esteemed judges and my dear friends. And we are very proud to be participating in the 29th National Children's Science Congress. And I'm RN Bhalla, being the group leader, and my group member Vanshita and our guide teacher, Miss Jyotika Ahuja of DAV Public School, Sector 8C, Chandigarh, will be presenting you all about on our topic, the cost of a warm chapati, on the focal theme, Science for Sustainable Living, and the sub-theme, Ecosystem for Sustainable Living. The title of our project is The Cost of a Warm Chapati. Now the question is coming to my mind that have you ever wondered what do the students wrap their chapatis in a preferable material? What is the most commonly used and a popular product for food wrapping and storage? Can you guess the answer, Vanshita?
Aryan, I think it is aluminium foil, isn't it?
Yeah, you are absolutely right, Vanshita.
Aaron, unmute yourself.
What is aluminium foil and why it is used? Aluminium foil or tin foil is a paper-thin, shiny sheet of aluminium metal. It's made by rolling large slabs of aluminium until they are less than 0.2 mm thick. It is used industrially for a variety of purposes, including packing, insulation, and transportation. It is also widely available in grocery stores for household use. At home, our mothers and people also use aluminium foil for food storage, to cover baking surfaces, and to wrap foods, such as meats, to prevent them from losing moisture while cooking. People may also use aluminium foil to wrap and protect more delicate foods, like vegetables, when grilling them. The most commonly used and a popular product for food wrapping and storage is aluminium foil. Aluminium used for wrapping chapati. Why? Due to the shiny surface of the aluminium, they reflect back the heat radiation which is emitted by the food, keeping it warm, moist, and soft. Now here a question arises that, is aluminium good for your health? While using aluminium foil can keep your rotis moist and soft, but there is a little cause of worry too. You need to keep in mind that aluminium is reactive and some of the foil can leach into your meal, which can pose dangers to your health. Excess use of aluminium foil for cooking or wrapping food leads to cardiac hypertrophy. It even leads to the decline of red blood cells in the body, which impacts our entire body functioning, thus causing anemia in the body. Studies have also suggested that aluminium poses other health issues too. That high aluminium intake may be harmful to some patients with bone diseases or renal impairment. It also reduces the growth rate of human brain cells. Is aluminium biodegradable or not? The answer is no. Aluminium foil is not biodegradable. This means it can remain in the land for an extended long time. This might just seem like basic things, but there is a lot connected to it. For instance, while it remains in the landfill, it could be washed off by the flood. And what could happen to this? It could end up in undesired places like the sea. Here it could be consumed by sea animals and it could cause harm to them. So you see, many things could happen to the aluminium foil while it remains in the soil. So, are we paying the price for eating a warm or fresh chapati? Yes, of course, we are paying. As we just read that aluminium foil is dangerous for our health and environment. So, for this purpose, we conducted a survey in our school regarding the same topic. Let's see how the survey was conducted and what was the result. School survey. We conducted a survey in our school during the month of November for how many students brought their food wrapped in the aluminium foil. The estimated length of the foil used by each student and then calculated the extent of the length of aluminium foil generated during a year and the deleterious effect of its use on environment. So, are we adding miles of aluminium to environment? Yes. Due to COVID, the offline classes were conducted for only 6th to 10th class, and on average, 10 students came for the classes in our school. This particular survey was conducted in our school for a very brief period of time, when some of the students came to school during the month of November. And we noticed that as we have calculated the amount of foil used by the students who came for attending offline classes were very less. So here are some of the calculations. We noticed that the number of working days in the month of November in our school were 20 days. And the number of students coming for offline classes on average from class 6 to 10th were 10 students. And the number of students per class brought food wrapped in aluminium foil on average was 6 students. And the total number of classes are 5. And we noticed and estimated that if the length of the aluminium foil used in average was 20 centimeter, so the aluminium foil used per day by 6 students was 120 centimeter, 20 multiplied by 6. And if the length of aluminium foil used for 20 days is 120 multiplied by 20 is 2400 centimeter. And we also noticed that total length of aluminium foil used by classes 6 to 10 were 12 meter, which means 12,000 centimeter. So if 120 meter aluminium foil is generated in 1 month, then with the given strength of the school, this may increase many folds in a month and may extend into kilometers. If calculated for a year's working days, that is thousands of kilometers in length.
The school at work. As we have discussed that aluminium causes harmful effects on our body as well as our environment too. We have launched a campaign against the use of aluminium foil and encouraged our fellow students, both virtually and physically, to use alternative and eco-friendly materials instead, like a paper cloth or a napkin. Aluminium being the most commonly used material for wrapping, studies have shown that aluminium is 100% recyclable, so that aluminium foils can be segregated. The foils can be given a quick rinse and be rolled out straight, and the collected sheets may be collectively sent to the recycling centers. Also, we suggested students that if they are not able to do so at home, they can give their aluminium foil at school and we can send their aluminium foil to the recycling centers. Also, we suggested them that foils can also be used to create eco bricks by tightly compressing them into plastic bottles along with the plastic bags. So let us all pledge towards contribute towards sustainable living, sustainable environment, and sustainable ecosystem. Thank you, judges. Have a nice day.
Beta, have you prepared any eco brick so far?
Yes, sir.
Can you show?
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Can you show?
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Secondly, have you created something with the help of these eco bricks?
No, sir, not yet, but
sir, we have collected the aluminium foil. We have collected the aluminium foil and we just collectively send that to the recycling centers.
Where these recycling center there at your place? Can you name any recycling plant over there?
Sir, there is a recycling plant near Wekabud that is in the industrial phase.
Yes, sir,
can you name the industry? Can you name the person who is engaged over there?
Sir, actually, we don't know the name, but our guide teacher and the school knows.
Actually, what we want, we need all these things have to mention into your logbook. Take the name of the person, the place.
Yes, sir, we have prepared a logbook.
What secondly, is there any monetary benefit you people got from the industry while supplying the aluminium foil?
Yes, sir, we saw it,
That is
that
also one
how
of the point, है ना?
aluminum foil
Anyways,
is
we will
regenerated, how it is recycled.
anyhow we will mention all these points in the last conclusion. ठीक है? Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Aryan. Hello.
Sir, your voice is lagging. Sorry, sir.
Is my voice clear to you? Audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Did you prepare a questionnaire?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We have prepared.
How many questions are there?
So 15 questions.
Show me the questionnaire page.
Yes, sir.
Anyone?
Yes, sir. Just a second. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, this was our questionnaire.
And how many persons did you visit?
Sir, on an average, in each class, 10 students were coming. So 5 classes were there. So around 50 students we surveyed.
Only students in your school or also people from locality or your houses also?
Actually, sir, due to the prevailing COVID situation, we were able to do the survey of 50 students, but also we did a rally to promote the use of the eco-friendly materials instead of aluminium foil.
What name the eco-friendly material alternatives for aluminium foil?
Sir, we can use
napkins,
butter paper,
paper,
paper napkins, or a cloth.
and sir, kitchen pawn also.
Kitchen
Pauna.
Okay. Cotton cloth.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. बेटे आप हेलो.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, आपने जो अल्टरनेटिव बताए हैं तो आप लोगों को ये अल्टरनेटिव आपने बताए तो क्या इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई?
Sir, in our school, the children we surveyed were around 50, and on an average, 6 were using aluminium foil, and from that 6, around 4 now have changed to the butter paper and the paper napkin. So 4 in each class, and around 20 students have changed.
Oh, okay, I understand. Okay, now tell me, what will be your suggestion to a person selling burger? हम जो बर्गर होते हैं ना वो ज्यादातर जो है एल्युमिनियम के फॉइल में वो लपेट के देते हैं, तो उन्हें क्या करना चाहिए? और बहुत से लोग खाते भी हैं.
Sir, he should be encouraged that aluminium foil and trays are 100% recyclable. But if they contain food collection in it, this leads to a recyclable material ending up in a landfill.
Or sir, they may use a paper napkin. It's not that much of value. It's a cheaper material.
आप किसी से मिले थे? किसी से बात की आपने?
Sir, due to the prevailing COVID situation, we didn't went to the street vendor. We just surveyed our school students, and we just conducted a school rally in the sector 8 only.
Oh, okay. Okay, बेटा, thank you. ठीक है. Next, sir. Okay, I understand. I got it. Okay, next.
Next project is from RIMT World School, Divyaj Indora. Divyaj.
Yes, sir.
It was also in 19th project.
Yes.
A
19 it is repeated. It is repeated. 19 is they have resubmitted the project. That's why it is come under the 23.
Zebra crossing, automatic zebra crossing. Same, man.
Same, it is same.
19 or 23rd.
Updated. They have updated the project.
Can I start?
Yeah.
So may I start?
Divyas, start.
Good morning, everyone present here. I, Divyaj of grade 9 of RMT World School. Today I'm going to give you a presentation of what we have here. So, focal theme for today is going to be Science for Sustainable Living. The sub-theme would be Science Innovation for Sustainable Living. The project title would be Automated Zebra Crossing Spike-Ups. So, now I would like to give you a summary of what we have here. An automated mechanism to avoid drivers parking their vehicles on zebra crossings during signals. This automated mechanism comes with spikes which are coordinated with the signal lights. That is, when the signal turns red, these spikes pop out of the zebra crossing. When the signal turns yellow, these spikes slowly go down, and by the time the signal turns green, these spikes completely go down. This practice can avoid overspeeding of vehicles on zebra crossings, vehicles getting parked on zebra crossings, and preventing the inconvenience for pedestrians. So the reason for selecting this issue was that India accounts for about 11% of all global road accidents. On expressways, pedestrians face numerous challenges. One of the most serious issues is crossing the street. As the number of fast-moving vehicles on the road increases, pedestrians may experience increasing difficulties when crossing the road, perhaps resulting in accidents. Accidents can also occur as a result of lack of facilities, road geometry, or standards. Reckless driving and disregard of traffic laws are a direct cause of accidents. Drivers usually park their vehicles on the zebra crossing on a signal that causes inconvenience and danger for pedestrians and stray animals. This mechanism here will prevent vehicles getting parked on zebra crossing and avoid the pedestrians and provide the pedestrians for a safe place to cross the road. This will also not disrupt the flow of the traffic. So the action plan we had for this was to identify the problem faced by everyday pedestrians by collaborative surveys. And the next was to find a solution of the problem for ensuring the safety of these pedestrians by this automated spike module system. The hypothesis that we have here is that an automated software-oriented spike module system for zebra crossings to prevent vehicles getting parked on zebra crossing. The main objective for this project was to come up with spike module system with spikes so that if a driver parks their vehicle on the zebra crossing, their tires will get punctured and they will be imposed a fine by identifying the vehicle with a unique radio frequency tag. This should also not disrupt the flow of the traffic, and the routine of an emergency vehicle will also not be disrupted. So Kiranpreet is my partner. Kiranpreet is up for further explanation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kiranpreet from grade 9 RIMT World School. As we know that pedestrians and cyclists are the only ones of the people that use a zebra crossing, here we have a bar graph that shows the share of cyclists and pedestrians in road accidents. Most of zebra crossing accidents involve a vehicle hitting a pedestrian. So here is a pictograph representing the increasing probability of fatality with possible velocities of 20 miles per hour, which is about 32 km per hour, 30 miles per hour, which is equal to 50 km per hour, and 40 miles per hour, which equates to about 60 km per hour. So if we have a vehicle hitting the pedestrian at 20 miles per hour, there's 5% chance that the pedestrian would die.
At 30 miles per hour, that percentage increases to 45%, and at 40 miles per hour, this percentage rockets up to 85%. So here we have results of an online Google Form survey about what pedestrians generally think of using a zebra crossing. So we got 41 responses through our neighbors, friends, and local people in our communities. Only 14.6% of all the responses feel safe while crossing a zebra crossing. Analysis of data and the survey. Data from internet resources show that road accidents are expected to cost India roughly 3,000 crores each year. Road accidents account for over a quarter of all deaths in India at roughly 22%. When compared to other motor traffic, pedestrians have the highest percentage of accidents. Analysis of the survey conducted. According to surveys conducted in locality, pedestrians are always afraid to cross roads at peak traffic time and blame this fear on their drivers neglecting traffic regulations. I live in a society, so I conducted a local survey of 7 households. Out of them, only one of the person said that they are comfortable crossing a zebra crossing. I would like to read up some testimonials. A young adult says that I usually don't go walking to market, and I know one of my acquaintances who lost their pet to the traffic. I live in Sector 20 Panchkula, and my market is about 2 to 3 walking minutes away from my apartment. We got to know from a mother that she said we don't go walking to the market. We use a vehicle if there are my children accompanying us. So here we have the suggested solution of a problem. A spike-up bar with crisscross alignment of spikes will be introduced at every zebra crossing under this mechanism and will be set once the light turns red. Our mechanism will have spikes of about 0.5 inches to 0.75 inches. The reason behind this specific length is that this length of spikes will not actually puncture a tire, but will help instill good driving practices in the minds of the driver to not park on zebra crossing. This will never block the flow of the traffic. This mechanism can also work on busy national highways and ensure safe crossing of roads for pedestrians. A modified version of this can also be used to regulate one-way roads. So here we have the flow of the system. The status of the traffic light, whether it's red, yellow, or green, will be sent to the microcontroller by a simple software based on ELIF programs. And that program will instruct the spike-up module to go up or down accordingly. Here we have the basic design of the module. So here we have spikes of the specific length, which are connected to this bearing via shafts and connectors. This bearing is connected to the DC motors, which is further controlled by microcontrollers, and this whole module is coordinated with the traffic lights. Working and additional features of this mechanism. A radio unique frequency tag can be introduced onto wheels of vehicles and can be further used to punish offenders. A signal will be sent directly to the police department, including the details of the offense. These modules, which are laid down on the zebra crossing, will be powered by solar energy panels that can be put on the traffic signal's head. A special sensor card will be attached to the feet of stray animals. The sensor will hold information for the type of animals and its weight. A small part of the spikes nearest to the animal will go low, and when there's an animal trying to cross. This will not disrupt the flow of traffic and ensure safety of stray animals like cows and horses. Emergency vehicles like ambulances, fire vehicles, police official cars will be fitted with special infrared identification sensors on their bumpers. Whenever an emergency vehicle reaches 5 meters of the crossing, all spikes will go down immediately. What our device can impact on the society. Aforementioned pedestrian fatalities account for 50 to 60% of all road-related fatalities in India. This system holds the potential to reduce these unwanted deaths and inculcate good driving practices into drivers' lifestyle. With the safety of pedestrians ensured, People will be encouraged to walk or bicycle more. Approximately 160 million tons of pollution is emitted into the air each year. Air pollution contributes to the deaths of 70,000 people each year. This practice will help people lessen their carbon footprint and create better health lifestyle. This will gradually help reduce the congestion of vehicles on roads. Follow-up actions. What we plan for this device in the future to actually implement it on roads. In February, we plan to work on a 3D model and try making a basic software for the coordination between module and the signals. March. Under the guidance of a mentor, we plan to add 3 more members to our team that can help us to prepare in front of manufacturing units. We plan to contact the Traffic Police Department for a sample space for testing and demonstration purposes. In April, we finally plan to contact the manufacturing units for production. Thank you.
Hello, Divyaj.
Yes, sir.
Whenever we prepare a project for Children's Science Congress, we generally face a problem, or our society faces the problem. What was the problem which was faced by you? Name the problem, only name, not explanation, only name the problem faced by you.
Sir, I live in Sector 19 and the backside of my road is a...
No other, only name the problem first.
The crossing the road without like noticing or checking the roads.
The crossing the
How
road.
many crossings?
Zebra
crossing the road.
Yes, sir.
How many crossings are there between your home and your school?
So
how
I live
many
5 kilometers away.
We have never calculated that. I live in Sector 20 Panchkula and our school is in Manimajra.
If you come on a project, you must calculate number of crossings that you have faced. The problem is faced by you.
Yes,
why
sir.
you have chosen this project. Then you should also count the number of crossings and their record.
I have 2 zebra crossings on the way to the market in front of my apartments. And I live in 20 sector and there's a lot of rush, congestion at the peak traffic times. So it usually takes about 2 to 3 minutes to only cross one road to get into the market block.
But in Chandigarh, there is a light system.
The people usually do not follow the light system. There's reckless driving and neglecting traffic regulations.
Problem is there where the zebra crossings are not made at the crossing. I think in Chandigarh there is every
But no driver slows down their car at the zebra crossing and wait for the pedestrian to cross by. That is the main problem.
I think whenever we visit Chandigarh, we see that there is a challan for those who even enter the zebra crossing.
Yes.
I think it's not problem in Chandigarh. That may be in some other city.
No, sir, I live in Chandigarh, but as I go for my practice sessions, even though it's morning and nobody's there, I still have to check the light is red or is there any traffic, because no one follows the traffic in the morning or at like late night.
ज्यादातर है इंटरनेट. इसका मतलब ये है कि आपके प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आपकी प्रॉब्लम होती तो आप उसका रिकॉर्ड रखें. आपको अपनी प्रॉब्लम का रिकॉर्ड होना चाहिए कि मैं यहाँ रहता हूँ. Listen, whenever you are preparing the project, you should prepare that I live in this colony and go to school. From my home to school, I have to cross such number of crossings, and there about.
Sir, we cannot hear you.
हाँ जी बेटा किरणप्रीत, चलो हम कंटिन्यू करते हैं जब तक सर आते हैं। तो पहले तो वही बात है जो सर की एरिया ऑफ वर्क जो है आपने नहीं बताया। तो कहीं दूसरी बात ये है कि कहीं ऐसे तो नहीं कि जो चंडीगढ़ से बाहर से लोग आते हैं उनका आप चलान कर देते हो, आपको कुछ नहीं कहते हैं, आप कहते हैं लोग फॉलो नहीं करते, ऐसा तो नहीं है? हमारे हाथ में तो उसी वक्त पर्ची पकड़ा देते हैं, कहते दो 500 दो 300, अगर नहीं
सर वो
पर्ची
सिर्फ
कटानी है तो 300
मेन
दे दो,
रोड पे होता है
ऐसा
सर।
चलता है।
सर
चलो
वो
एनी
सिर्फ मध्य मार्ग वाले रोड पे ही होता है ज्यादातर।
चलो कोई बात नहीं। चलो एनी हो, जो है ना, जो हमारा पर्पस है चिल्ड्रन साइंस कांग्रेस का, उसमें हमने कोई इनोवेटिव आइडियाज चूज करने हैं।
यस सर।
ठीक है ना, फॉर द प्रॉब्लम, इट इज द वेग प्रॉब्लम। देखो आप सोचो ना कि कितनी जगह हम लगा सकते हैं इसको, फिर हम ये भी देखेंगे फिजिबिलिटी ऑफ द प्रोसेस है कि नहीं है। ठीक है ना, हुन ये सारी जो काफी काम आप लोगों ने किया है ना, वो चलो नेट से ले लिया, कुछ इमेजिनेशन है, रियलिस्टिक होना चाहिए। ठीक है ना, मैं ज्यादा नहीं लंबा नहीं करूंगा इसको। ठीक है, लास्ट में सबसे इकट्ठे बात करेंगे। ठीक है, अदरवाइज यू पीपल आर डूइंग वेरी वेल, बट प्रॉब्लम कहाँ आ गई, कहीं ना कहीं शायद हम समझ नहीं पाए नेचर ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट। काम जो है आपको दे दिया गया, आपने उसको करते गए, आपने वो जो एक्टिविटी बुकलेट है उसको ध्यान नहीं दिया। एनी हो, ठीक है, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट। ठीक है, ओके बेटा।
Thank you, sir, for your feedback.
Thank you, sir.
Next.
Thank you, Divaj. Our next project is from Government Girl Model Senior Secondary School Secretary C, Divyanshu Chandel. Divyanshu Chandel.
Good afternoon, sir.
जी Divyanshu.
Yes, sir. Shall I start?
बेटा दो कैमरे तो नहीं ऑन किए आपने?
No, sir. We are screen sharing from the other one, sir.
From same room.
So shall we start?
Yes. Start.
Start, buddy, start.
So, good afternoon, all of you. And our topic is sanitation. Sanitation during the time of period.
देखा दो मोबाइल चल रहे हैं आपके, है ना?
And we want to talk about the topic because we want to create awareness among the women and as well as men, because everybody should know about it.
Divyanshu.
So we have made a model and sir, can you please share?
Divyanshu, आप दूसरा एक और आपके साथ चल रहा है म्यूजिक, उसमें जो वॉइस है वॉल्यूम जो है उसको बंद कर दो वॉल्यूम।
Okay, sir.
अभी ठीक है।
और फर्स्ट पेज जो है फर्स्ट पेज शो करो पहले।
Okay, sir. Screen share. Sir, is the screen visible?
स्क्रीन तो विजिबल है, आप बताना क्या चाहते हो उसको थोड़ा कर दो इंट्रोडक्शन।
So we have made a model and the basic idea of the model is sanitary pad dispenser. Sorry, sir.
हाँ ठीक है।
Sir, our model is based on sanitary pad dispenser, and this model is like a sanitary vending machine, and they made it from waste material.
हेल्थ हाइजीन। ठीक है बेटा, कंटिन्यू करो।
So as you can see in the picture, this is a model, and this is like an ATM machine. We have made it from waste material, so we have to insert a card here. As you can see, the brown board, we insert a card and we can get the pad, because most of the women in the rural area are not using during the time of their periods, during the time of their menstrual cycle. So we created this from waste material, and we've used cardboard, broomsticks, and we've given it the shape of an ATM machine so that everybody could get the access of it. Now over to my friend Suniti, so she can tell you about the disposal.
A very good morning, everybody. So देखो, जैसे इनिशिएशन जरूरी होता है एक लाइक चीज को स्टार्ट करने के लिए, तो उसके लिए हमने सैनिटरी डिस्पेंसर बनाया था. अब देखो उसकी जो डिस्पोजल होती है वो भी हमारी एक नेसेसिटी ही है आज की डेट में. ये अवेयरनेस सिर्फ और सिर्फ वुमेन्स के लिए ही इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, बल्कि हर एक को जरूरी हो चाहिए, ज्यादा जरूरी होना चाहिए. तो मैं ये बोलना चाहती हूँ कि मैं और दिव्यांशु जो मेरे साथ अभी बता रही थी आपको, हम दोनों गए थे वहां पर रूरल एरिया वाली साइड. तो हम रूरल एरिया वाली साइड गए थे, एंड वहां पर हमने राइट, सॉरी फॉर डिस्टर्बेंस. वहां पर हम गए थे, हम तो सिर्फ देखने गए थे वहां पर प्रॉब्लम्स क्या है, बट हमने जब मेन प्रॉब्लम को हाईलाइट किया वो था कि जो वुमेन्स थी, आई मीन जो छोटी एज की भी थी और जो मैरिड भी थी, इवन वो ओपन कोर्टयार्ड्स में सैनिटरी पैड्स को गिरा देती थी. तो जो उसकी देखो गंदगी तो फैल ही रही थी हर जगह, और जो डॉग्स थे, काउस थी, सब वो क्या कर रहे थे वहां पर फीड कर रहे थे. और देखो जैसे सैनिटरी पैड्स बन रहे हैं, दैट इज 90% ऑफ कंपोजिशन ऑफ सैनिटरी पैड्स इज ऑफ प्लास्टिक, नथिंग एल्स देन दैट. सो एज वी नो, देखो हमने डाटा कलेक्ट करा था वहां से, इंटरनेट से, एंड दैट इज 12.3 बिलियन पीपल सैनिटरी पैड्स यूज कर रही हैं, लाइक मेंस्ट्रुएटिंग वुमेन्स. एंड वहां पर 90% ऑफ पैड्स आर मेड अप ऑफ दिस प्लास्टिक. सो वहां पर देखो काउज और डॉग्स को तो इफेक्ट कर ही रहा है, एज दे आर ईटिंग और दे आर फीडिंग ऑन दैट, एंड उनको बीमार कर रहा है और उनकी हेल्थ पर इफेक्ट कर रहा है. तो आई वांट टू दिस सोल्यूशन इसका ये हो सकता है कि वो पैड्स को अच्छे से रैप कर गिरे. और देखो जैसे बायोगैस प्लांट होता है, इट इज ऑल वर्किंग अपॉन द पायरोलिसिस, लाइक एब्सेंस ऑफ एयर की एब्सेंस ऑफ एयर में हम उसको बर्न करते हैं जब उसको पैड्स को. तो यस, एंड सर जो फिर हम पिट बर्निंग कर सकते हैं, आई मीन लाइक जैसे बायोगैस प्लांट में हम करते हैं कि एक स्लरी बनाकर और हम उसको बर्न कर देते हैं, तो वैसे ही हम सैनिटरी पैड्स को बर्न कर सकते हैं और ऐश कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं, एंड वो हम डिस्पोज ऑफ कर सकते हैं इजीली. एंड सर नेक्स्ट, जो हमारे गार्बेज कलेक्टर्स आते हैं, दे आर नॉट इन द प्रॉपर यूनिफॉर्म, जैसे बट कॉर्पोरेशन के थ्रू ही आते हैं वो भी. तो आई वांट टू से दैट कि कॉर्पोरेशन को भी एक स्टेप लेना चाहिए कि वो गार्बेज कलेक्टर्स को एक प्रॉपर यूनिफॉर्म दें, एक हेड मास्क दें, एक फेस मास्क दें और हैंड ग्लव्स दें, ताकि वो इन बीमारियों से बचे रहें. एंड द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज इन फ्यूचर, जैसे अब प्लास्टिक बैग्स को रिप्लेस करा जा रहा है रिसाइकल वाले मटेरियल से, तो वैसे ही पैड्स को भी आई थिंक रिप्लेस करना चाहिए उन्हीं मटेरियल से. एंड दिस इज अ फ्यूचर होप. आई थैंक यू सो मच.
Beta, have you connected any person from the corporation regarding this problem?
Sir, could you please repeat? Your voice was not clear.
और कॉर्पोरेशन में आपने किसी से बात की थी इस बारे में?
No, sir, we've not, but we have consulted our teachers, and we just want to promote the idea of sanitary pad dispenser and the idea of low cost incinerators in different regions, basically in rural areas.
देखो हम सारे रूरल एरिया को इलिटरेट एरिया नहीं कह सकते. सारे रूरल एरिया ऐसा नहीं है कि you have to specify the place. Secondly, आप चंडीगढ़ से हो, जितनी भी कॉरपोरेशन आजकल ये हाइजीन जो सफाई वाला काम है ना, सभी ने आउटसोर्स किया हुआ है. मैंने इसीलिए पूछा था आपसे, अगर आप उनसे मिले होते ना, वो कहोगे कि फलानी एजेंसी जो है हमने उनसे हायर की है, यू हैव टू कंसल्ट विद देम, यू हैव टू बी वेरी मच प्रैक्टिकल इन योर प्रोजेक्ट्स. आप कहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, कौन कौन सी एजेंसीज उसमें इन्वॉल्व हैं, ठीक है. अपने टीचर से बात की, चलो टीचर्स को भी आगे जाके उनको भी समझ आ जाएगी कि जो कंसर्न अथॉरिटीज है उनको जरूर आपने इन्वॉल्व करना है.
Yes.
फिर उसके
Sir, we
आपके
just
कहने के बाद
wanted to show the prototype of a model so that pads are available to everyone because we don't want that people are...
देखो मैं आपको पंजाब की बात बताता हूँ. अभी
Yes,
पंजाब के जितने ब्लॉक्स के स्कूल है ना, बहुत सारे स्कूलों में अभी डिडवाल साहब भी आपको बताएंगे कि उन्होंने जो डिस्पेंसर गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से लगा दिए गए हैं. You can't say that rural people are doing all these things very in unhealthy manner. You have to specify the area. करना कुछ नहीं था, आपको डिस्पेंसर पहले ही है, उससे ज्यादा इम्प्रूव फॉर्म में लाने थे. और सेकेंडली हेल्थ हाइजीन का जब भी कोई न्यूट्रिशन का जो प्रोजेक्ट होता है ना, दैट इज ऑलवेज लिंक्ड विद द बिहेवियरल चेंजेस. बिहेवियरल साइंसेस पे है ये आपका काम. आपको लोगों का बिहेवियर चेंज करना है. आपके कहने से कितने लोग आपकी बात मान गए, ऐसे ये चलेगा. एनी हाउ, अदरवाइज ठीक है आपका काम. मैं भी तो यही पूछ रहा हूँ कि कितने लोग पहले अवेयर नहीं थे. मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ कितने लोग पहले अवेयर नहीं थे, आपके कहने से अवेयर हुए. यही बात पता करना था ना. दिस वाज द आउटकम ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट.
हाँ जी सर.
ठीक है ना.
बट
आपने
हमने
कहा
क्या
हम
करा
रूरल
है,
एरिया में गए थे. यू कांट से लाइक दिस, यू हैव टू मेंशन द स्पेसिफाई द प्लेस यहाँ पे आपने काम किया. अदरवाइज ठीक है, आपका आइडिया अच्छा है, तो आगे जाके इसको, और अगर आपका नेक्स्ट लेवल पे जाता है ना, तो आपका जो ये बताने का तरीका पहले चेंज करेंगे. आपको पॉइंट टू पॉइंट बताना है कि हम इस एरिया में गए, ये लोगों से मिले, इतनी तारीख को हमने ये किया. कितने लोग आपकी बात मान गए. फिर सभी बात नहीं मानते, जो नहीं मानते उनको कैसे मनवाया, हमने आइडिया चेंज करके बताया. ठीक है ना. ऑल दिस थिंग हम कोशिश करेंगे कि अगर आप सिलेक्ट होते हैं तो अगले लेवल पे जाने से पहले ये सारी बातें उसमें मेंशन करवाएं. ठीक है बेटा. थैंक यू.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
दिव्यांशु.
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी. You have mentioned that you collected most of the data from the internet.
Yes, sir, from the articles.
You also visited some places. Did you visit?
Yes, sir. My mate visited.
Which places did you visit?
So she would describe it.
सर हम ना राजपुरा वाली साइड जो विलेजेस होते हैं लाइक शंभू एंड ऑल, तो हम वहां को विजिट करे थे. पंजाब में.
No, in your, you have mentioned the problem, then there must be some remedy or solution for the problem. What remedy, solution do you suggest, that how the problem which is faced that can be eradicated? What solution or suggestion by you? आपकी तरफ से क्या suggestion या solution है?
मेरे को सबसे इफेक्टिव सोल्यूशन ये लगता है कि हमारे को पिट बर्निंग करनी चाहिए. बिकॉज देखो एब्सेंस ऑफ एयर के थ्रू लाइक हम उसको सबसे पहले जमीन के अंदर डिस्पोज कर एंड उसको अच्छे से कवर अप कर उसके अंदर हम उसको बर्न करें. हाँ जी.
पिट बर्निंग और पिट डिकम्पोजिशन.
So pyrolysis based thermal decomposition.
Pyrolysis based decomposition.
You are saying that we should use pit. Pit burning होनी चाहिए या pit decomposition होनी चाहिए?
So if we think on the aspects of environmental impact, so we would go for decomposition, pyrolysis based thermal decomposition. We also had an idea of low cost based incinerator, and we have a prototype also.
There are dispensers for removing them. Dispensers are used even in now government schools also. What is harmful effect of PET dispensers? Is there some harmful effect? Whether there the PET dispensers are used?
सर मैंने आपको बताया था कि जैसे बायोगैस प्लांट यूज होता है वैसे ही लाइक फिट डिकम्पोजिशन हो सकती है लाइक हम उसकी जो गैसेस जो रिलीज आउट होती हैं वो हम स्टोर कर सकते हैं लाइक एक आउटलेट चेम्बर रखना उसके अंदर स्टोर कर सकते हैं एंड वो फिर मतलब जहाँ यूज हो सकता है उनका प्रॉपर वहां हम उसको यूज कर सकते हैं एंड वहां से ऐश कलेक्ट कर सकते हैं एंड उसको हम अच्छे से डिकम्पोज कर सकते हैं. Sir, you're not audible.
I'm going to ask you a very simple question. What is the difference between health and hygiene?
Sir, could you repeat?
Sir, what is the difference between health and hygiene?
सर हेल्थ मींस हमारी जो एक लाइक हेल्थ हमारी खुद की इम्यून सिस्टम एक जो हम करते हैं और हाइजीन वो होती है कि मतलब हम अपने आप को किस तरह से अडेप्ट कर सकते हैं कि हम हेल्दी रहें.
Okay, but when is World Health Day observed? Last question. When is World Health Day observed?
When is World
Health Day?
World Health Day is on 7th April, I guess.
Okay, okay.
Yes, 7th. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
May go to next project. Our next project is from Ajit Karam Singh International School, Nikshit Goel.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir. Sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, my team member is presenting.
Yes.
Sir, just a second. She has to present the screen. Sir, shall I start?
Yes, yes.
Good afternoon, respected judges and everyone present here. Today, I, Nikshit Goel, and my team member Prati Chadda from Access Smart School, Sector 41, Chandigarh, are here to discuss one of the global issues that almost every country, especially India, is facing. This issue is related to the scattering and collection of dry leaves. We are here before you proposing our project, Dry Leaf Crusher, based on the principle of comminution. Under the focal theme, Science for Sustainable Living, under the sub-theme, Appropriate Technology for Sustainable Living. Before we move further, I would like to discuss the aim and objectives of our project. The aim of our project is environmental protection. To reduce the hazardous effects caused due to the piling of dry leaves by providing a sustainable solution. The objectives of our project focuses on three major areas. Issues.
Try to understand the problems and consequences related to the piling of dry leaves, risks, the hazardous effects caused by due to the health, social, and our neighborhood due to the piling of dry leaves, and repost it to provide a cost-effective and eco-friendly solution to this issue. The rationale behind our project is falling of leaves from trees. At the end of fall, most deciduous trees lose their leaves in winter season. In fact, leaf fall continues throughout the year. We all have encountered large heaps of leaves along roadsides, and we also watch municipal corporation workers collecting these leaves in their garbage trucks again and again. Some of the problems associated with the piling of dry leaves are the roads and in turn make the city look untidy, which is a very important issue since our city, Chandigarh, is known as the city beautiful. Insects and fungus grow on the leaves lying on the roads, especially when it rains, thus as a health hazard. Burning of leaves causing health pollution and harms the environment. More manpower is needed to clean up these leaves, troubles the residents and of localities and commuters to walk or go due to the foul smell. Different resources like dustbin, rags, and other tools are needed to clean these dry leaves. Now, I would like my team member Prapti to continue on with the presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Prapti Chadha. Now I would like to tell you about the news on dry leaf garbage and online survey. According to Fire and Emergency Services, from January 1 to March 16, 2021, the control room had received 1,021 emergency complaints, and most of were due to the garbage, grass, leaves, and other waste. The recent World Air Quality Report 2020 compiled by IQ Air shows that the pollutant levels were above the World Health Organization's prescribed limits because of the contribution of foul smell or smoke generated from dry leaves garbage. A heap of garbage containing mostly dry leaves was found burning on Rabindra Sarovar premises on 26 November 2021, thus releasing an ultra-fine particles including PM2.5, which can enter deep into our lungs and can trigger a host of critical ailments. TOI recently reported about open burning of garbage at Ajnivan by the contractors of National Highway Authority of India, which poses a serious health threat to the nearby residents. According to Indian Express News, a resident of Sector 9 said that the pile of leaves outside his home has not been picked up for around a month. Now I would like to tell you the initiatives to deal with the dry leaf garbage. Heavy fine is also imposed on burning of any kind of garbage, leaves, waste, plastic, rubber, self-molding, and compound such as other material in open. The leaf can be used for mulching or composting. Awareness drives and workshops were organized by various agencies and NGOs on disposing leaf and garden waste. Dry leaves are considered to be very useful soil amendment. Various techniques of leaf litter management were devised. We have come up with a cost-efficient and an eco-friendly solution that will help in reducing the problem related to the collection of dry leaves scattered on the roads. Now I would like Nikshit to continue our project.
Thank you, Prapti. Now comes the idea of our project. The aim is to invent a crusher which will suck up all the dried leaves using a vacuum pump and then crush them into minute particles by grinding. This crusher can also be attached to a carrying vehicle like a truck or trolley, etc. This project will reduce the volume of dry leaves, thus more work can be done in a one go. Scientific principle involved. The scientific principle involved is the principle of comminution. It is a process of reducing particle size of a substance to final state or powder. Methodology. Before proposing the model, we, with our guide Ms. Dimple Kapoor, did some series of activities, some of which include studied the various methods of dry leaves collection, gathered the feedback of the sweepers who used to collect these dry leaves, did a survey for in our locality and the problem faced by the people. Then we proposed the model. We initiated the idea to use a vacuum pump. Now, the material required. The material required is a carrying vehicle like a truck, a shredder, and a vacuum pump. Now, using all these things, we proposed a model. The truck. It will be used in filling the heaps of dry leaves. The crusher will be incorporated on top of the truck. The crusher. The crusher can be directly connected to the carrying vehicle like truck, trolley, etc. The vacuum pump. Vacuum system to suck the leaves from road. Thereby, volume of leaves will be reduced to a great extent after crushing them. Now, I will like to discuss the benefits associated with our project. Human well-being. No air pollution or foul smell will be there due to since no burning of leaves thus possesses no risk to human health. Next comes to recyclable. It also contributes to improve the fertility of the soil as small particles can break down easier than larger particles. Environment friendly. It will completely eliminate the need of burning the leaves, heap of leaves, thus causing no air pollution. It is a sustainable idea since it will enhance the appeal of the streets as no dry leaves will be left and need less resources. Less manpower and resources would be required to gather the dry leaves. Cost effective since less manpower and more work could be done. The cost of petrol, labor charges, and manpower would be reduced to a great extent. Time saving. It will help to do in more work in less time. And it is a major issue because most of the sweepers we see burn the dry leaves at that moment because they do not want to carry them again and again. So now, as you can see, it is represented as a pictorial representation how we did this project at our home. You can see that there is a heap of leaves which I bought from my park and then grind them. Taxonomy. You can see that the volume of these dry leaves is very large. After grinding them in my hand grinder, which I had at my home, the volume of the crushed leaves decreases to a great extent. You can see that the volume occupied in the truck is very large. And after grinding, you can see it reduces to a lot of extent. Now, I would like you all to see a small video of how we did this project at home. Thank you. And last to conclude, I would like to say a famous thought by eco-warrior princess Jennifer Neely. Nature is not above us. It is a part of us. Thank you. Thank you, judges.
Okay. Etc. Is the drying pressure used by people somewhere?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to hear you. Can you please repeat?
Is drying pressure already being used somewhere in the world and in our country?
Not now, sir. It is our idea.
It is your idea only. How this will be implement? इसको implement कैसे करेंगे आप? कौन करेगा? आप करोगे जो पब्लिक में है. For example, in public roads or public places, who will implement your idea here?
Sir, since we do not know that who to give our idea, like how we can be implemented, we gave it to our Eco Club in charge. That is also our guide for the project, and they have sent it to the further who can implement it. And sir, we are trying to. We are trying to make a prototype at our home so that we can test it.
Your Eco Club
अभी
in
तक तो
charge
आपका
or right teacher,
प्रोटोटाइप बनना चाहिए ना।
we must send you to the authority where your idea can be implemented. Ask him where you should go and show your idea, explain your idea to that person who can implement. He may be some corporation authority
Okay,
or
sir.
some society. You go to them.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And sir.
बेटा ऐसा है कि सर ने जैसे बताया ना,
Yes, sir.
It is a research project, ठीक है ना? No doubt your idea is good, but
Thank you, sir.
बेसिकली ऐसा है ना कि कितने लोगों के साथ हमने अपना आइडिया शेयर कर लिया। जैसे आप कह रहे हो कि अभी तो आपने प्रोटोटाइप बनाना है।
Sir, prototype is in process. We are making it.
तो कब तक हम आपसे प्राप्त कर सकते हैं प्रोटोटाइप? शाम
Sir,
तक हो जाए?
We'll try, sir. But since it's lockdown, we are not able to get the spare parts much easily.
So due
अगर
to
due to COVID restrictions.
दो तीन दिन जो लॉकडाउन है वो खुलवा देते हैं, फिर बन जाएगा।
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, ऐसा है।
Definitely, sir.
जो आपकी जो करंट सिचुएशन है ना, उसी के हिसाब से चलेंगे ना। ऐसा हो
Yes,
जाएगा
sir.
तो ऐसा हो जाएगा।
Sir, that's why the picture also I showed. I use my home grinder, which I had
So
a hand
do you
grinder,
want
which
to
I had at my home.
So do you want to see the home experiment? Should I present it?
So we also did as at our home level.
चलो एनी हाउ ऐसा है ना कि घर वाले
We can show it to you, sir. We have a video.
वो हो जाएगा, वो हो भी आपका जो हो गया ना वो ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
मैं आपको ये चाहेंगे कि आपके एरिया में मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ सबसे बड़ी समस्या यही है।
So most of the time, actually, because at back of our society we have like a jungle type, so it's very they have lots of fire because of these dried leaves.
अभी रुको यहाँ पे। आपके घर के पीछे जो जंगल है वो आपने किस हद तक साफ कर दिया?
Sir, like actually we cannot go there as it's very dense. So work is being done, construction work is being done there.
Who will go there? वहां पर कौन जाएगा?
Sir, municipal corporation.
ऐसा म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन क्या है? वो तो एक दफ्तर है, ठीक है ना? वहां पे इंजीनियर भी हैं, वाटर सप्लाई वाले भी हैं, जो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वाले भी हो गए, स्ट्रीट लाइट भी हो गए।
Sir, sanitation workers.
जो कंसर्न आदमी है उससे आपको बात करनी चाहिए थी। म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन क्या है? आपके मोहल्ले का काउंसलर।
Yes, sir.
वो भी म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन है, पर वो ये काम थोड़ी करेगा।
Yes, sir.
There are different type of agencies involved in these work. जो म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन होती है ना, अगर आप वाटर सप्लाई वाले को कहोगे कि ये वाला मेरा काम कर दो, वो भी तो कॉर्पोरेशन है। व्हाट आई वांट टू से, जो कंसर्न्ड अथॉरिटीज है, जिनके साथ आपका जो प्रोजेक्ट है उसके साथ उसका वाबस्ता है, उससे वाबस्ता यानी
Sir, we'll definitely go to the concerned authorities.
तो फिर अगली बात मेरी सुनो, म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन को क्या फायदा होगा ऐसा काम करके? क्या करेंगे वो?
सर सैनिटेशन डिपार्टमेंट, क्लीनिंग डिपार्टमेंट का काम इजी हो जाएगा। सिटी विल लुक मोर ब्यूटीफुल।
प्रॉब्लम सिटी की नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम आपके घर के पीछे की है। सिटी तो ब्यूटीफुल ही है।
यस सर।
अगर ऐसा होता है ना तो फिर आप सिटी की बात करते हैं। आपने कहा कि हमने देखा कि हमारे घर के पीछे ये प्रॉब्लम है, हमने उस प्रॉब्लम को दूर करने के लिए ये काम किया। सिटी कहाँ से आ गया?
ओके सर,
ठीक है। सिटी वाले जो और लड़के वहां पे होंगे जो आपके स्कूल
सर, हमने और सेक्टर्स भी विजिट किए थे
सर। हमने 2-3 सेक्टर्स विजिट किए हैं।
We also got the responses of other people which we consulted.
सुनो मेरी बात, वैसे भी चंडीगढ़ वाले हमारी बात नहीं सुनते। ठीक है, हमारी बात सुन लो प्लीज। हम आपको ये कहना चाहते हैं, प्रॉब्लम आपके घर के पीछे की है उसको दूर करने के लिए क्या क्या स्टेप आपने उठाने हैं।
ओके सर।
उठाए हैं उसके बारे में बात करने लगता था कि आपने काम किया पर आप सफल नहीं हुए, के हिसाब से ये एक सोल्यूशन था, पर ये सोल्यूशन नहीं हुआ।
बीनू मैम को दे
It means we have
बीनू
to
मैम पता है कौन है? कौन?
we have to change our strategy.
Yes,
That is
sir.
also
बहुत है
बेसिकली समझो बेटा, ठीक है? इसको
Yes, sir.
कंक्लूड करेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
इसको पूछना है?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Nikshit. Our next
Thank you, sir.
last project is from Ankur School. Sohandeep Singh. Sohandeep Singh from
Yes,
Ankur.
sir. Yes, sir. Sir, can you give, sir, can you give us a minute? I want to share my screen.
हाँ ठीक है।
Sir, is the screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Sir, may I start?
Screen is visible.
सुभान सहने
Sir, shall I start?
शुरू करो बेटा, शुरू करो।
Okay, sir. Good morning, sirs, ma'ams, and other participants. We are the team from Uncle School, and it is our great fortune to be blessed with the wonderful opportunity to participate in the National Science Children's Congress. My name is Suhan, and my team member is Pragati. We are both in the 9th grade of Uncle School. Our teacher in charge was Dr. Gitanjali Sahu ma'am, our chemistry teacher. Before I begin, I would like to thank you all for this wonderful opportunity once again. Today, we are presenting on a very burning issue which concerns farm fires in the form of crop residue and stubble burning, which is left after the harvesting season. Generally, everyone starts with an innovation, but in our case, we started with the problem and then we tried to arrive at certain innovative solutions. So the title of our project is Discovering, Researching, and Studying the Real-World Applicability of Various New Technologies as an Alternate to Stubble and Crop Residue Burning. So as we know, the focus
Sandeep. Hello. Swan.
Yes, beta. Suhan, you are not audible.
Prachi. Swan.
यार इन्होंने पूछियो
सही दोनों नहीं मिलते। प्राची
Yes, sir, I'm trying to contact him. So please give a second.
You can also show. If he is enabled, you can also show it.
Sir, actually, we have divided our task. So, sir, I'm trying to contact him. So please give a second.
He is not available. He is in school at not at residence. भाई तो है मत करें
बेटा फोन कर लो उसको.
Sir, I am calling him.
जो गाइड टीचर है उनका नंबर दीजिए सारे मैं कहा शर्मा जी ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਆਂਦਾ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗਾਈਡੈਂਸ ਦੇਣੀ ਉਹ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸਰ ਮੈਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਚ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ ਐਕਟੀਵਿਟੀ ਬੁੱਕ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਟੀਚਰ ਨੇ ਫੋਲੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਪਾਏ ਐਨੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇੱਕ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਡਡਵਾਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਕਿ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੇ ਇੱਕੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਟੀਮ ਲੀਡਰ ਆ ਉਹਨੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਬੋਲਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਨੇ ਹੀ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਿਵੀਜ਼ਨ ਆਫ ਟਾਸਕ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਉਹ ਦੈਟ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਅ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਐਟ ਦੀ ਨੈਸ਼ਨਲ ਲੈਵਲ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਐਕਸਪੈਰੀਮੈਂਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੋਟਾਈਪ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਐਕਸਪੈਰੀਮੈਂਟ ਅਲੱਗ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆ ਡਾਟਾ ਕਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਲੱਗ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆ ਡਾਟਾ ਐਨਾਲਿਸਿਸ ਅਲੱਗ ਸਟੈਪ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਕਨਕਲੂਜਨ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਫੋਲੋ ਅਪ ਜਾਂ ਫੀਡਬੈਕ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਹੈ ਜਾਣੀ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਐਕਸਪੈਰੀਮੈਂਟ 1 ਡਾਟਾ 2 ਐਨਾਲਿਸਿਸ 3 ਕਨਕਲੂਜਨ 4 ਫੀਡਬੈਕ ਫੋਲੋ ਅਪ 5 ਸਟੈਪ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਇੱਕ ਨਾ ਨਵਾਂ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਐਡ ਹੋਇਆ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ that is the scope of improvement ਬੱਚਾ ਮੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰੇ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਹੋਰ ਸਕੋਪ ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੰਪਰੂਵਮੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਸਕੋਪ ਆਫ ਇੰਪਰੂਵਮੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲੀ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਏਜੰਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਇਨਵੋਲਵ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ, ਸਕੋਪ ਆਫ ਇੰਪਰੂਵਮੈਂਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਮਟੀਰੀਅਲ ਚੇਂਜ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ। ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਟੈਪਸ ਆਪਾਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਮੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨੇ। ਬਾਕੀ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਲੈਵਲ ਜਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਵਰਕਸ਼ਾਪ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਲਗਾਈ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਵਰਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਨੂੰ
wait for a while Suhan, wait for a while
सुहान जस्ट ए मिनट बेटा, सुहान जस्ट ए मिनट। तो मेरे ख्याल से यही है कि
सर my call got disconnected.
सुहान जस्ट वेट फॉर ए मिनट बेटा, बाकी लोग भी जुड़े हुए। तो इट्स माय ओपिनियन as the things mentioned in the activity book, जो what is the nature of the project report, they must be in serial order, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਉਹ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ, ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਈਨ ਅਪ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਇਨ ਸੀਕੁਐਂਸ ਕਰਨਾ। ਕਈ ਕੰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਹ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ। ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਹੋਣ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਗੇ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਆਪਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਚ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਹੈ, ਬਾਕੀ ਡਡਵਾਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ। ਡਡਵਾਲ ਜੀ
ਚਲੋ ਅਬ ਹਲੇ ਹੋਰ ਥੋੜੀ ਟੀਚਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੁੜਨਾ, ਉਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਦੇਖ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ,
ਓਕੇ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ।
जी एक सेकंड आ रही हूँ,
पापा तो मुझे बुला रहे हैं।
सुहान कंटिन्यू करो बेटा।
Sir, my team member will present.
Okay. Now you are.
Sir, my team member will present the charts.
Where is she?
तो निकाल दे दो ना, निकाल दे।
Hello, Pragati.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good morning to all my seniors and participants. My name is Pragati, and I'll take you through the detail of the charts. As you can see in the above chart, as said by my team leader, our project title is Discovering, Researching, and Studying the Real-World Applicability of Various New Technologies to stubble and crop residue burning. We started our project in the month of November. Our entire journey is in our logbook. Our in charge, Dr. Gitanjali Sahu, was the constant guiding force during our entire journey. Now let's come to the objectives.
Please,
दवाई तो ले रहे हैं। रात इन्होंने एक दवाई होर दी थी, दर्द दी नहीं, पता नहीं केड़ी दवाई दर्द दी।
साहब बाकी मैं म्यूट करो, डिस्टर्बेंस ना करके हो रही है।
काता जी
डिस्टर्बेंस ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਲੋਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੋਲ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੈ, ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਊਟ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ।
Now let's come to the objective. Our primary objective was to find the problem and find the solution for the problem of environmental pollution. That's why we first discovered the problem and tried to find a solution. Broadly, we wanted to find an alternate for stubble burning. Secondly, grievances, understanding the grievances and problems of farmers in Punjab region, and check if technologies would transfer and implemented at a mass level. Now, I'll take you through the chart number 3, that's understanding the problem. We would understand the gravity of the problem and why it needs to be addressed as ASAP. That's as soon as possible. Around 8.3 million people die in the world every year due to air pollution. And in India, the number of deaths are around 2.5 million every year. In India, it's 2.5 million. And from 2010, the data has been increasing. Despite the increase in high cases of crop and stubble burning, there is no declining in the data. And it's increasing year by year. From last year, it has been increased by 50%. Punjab's share of crop and stubble burning is about 84%. And if we are able to solve the problem in Punjab alone, we can completely able to solve the problem. Now let's come to the chart number 4, that is problem solution impact on society. We should educate the farmers and we should implement the technologies by providing intensives to the farmers. Carrot and stick policy, that is punish and reward and punish policy. Government should take out laws to make it illegal, and government should also address farmers' issues so that a trustful relationship is established and their government will be able to implement these policies very easily. Now comes on impact on society. If we are able to achieve this goal, the result would be enormous. We would have clearer skies and the nature would come to its glory again. And the illness level and respiratory levels would also come down drastically. There would be an increase in economic development as these technologies would help the farmers to increase their annual income. And the government would also save thousands of crores that they used to spend on these on addressing this issue. So finally, I would like to thank everyone on the behalf of Team Ankur School. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello, Prati.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Are you listening now?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yes, sir, I'm listening.
Your problem, Suhan, your problem is of the stubble burning and environmental pollution. Yes? Are you working on this problem?
Yes, sir.
Whom do you think is the responsible for the problem? Who is the responsible for this problem?
Sir, your voice is cracking. Can you repeat the question?
Who is the responsible for the problem? जो आपने प्रॉब्लम चुनी है, जो आप कह रहे हैं अपने प्रोजेक्ट में प्रॉब्लम है, तो उसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल किसको कह देते हैं आप? Who is responsible?
Sir, somewhere the government and somewhere the farmers also.
अच्छा, तो आप इन दोनों में से किसी के पास गए? फार्मर के पास आप गए? आप
Yes, sir.
गए फार्मर के पास? तो
Yes, sir, we will go
क्या
to the
बताया
farmers first.
इसके लिए? नहीं, आप कितने फार्मर के पास गए?
Sir, we went to 42 farmers.
42 फार्मर्स. तो उनके डाटा में प्रॉब्लम बताई होगी, उन्होंने इसका कोई रीजन बताया होगा?
Sir, we
सॉल्यूशन
started with a database of 150 farmers.
तो उसका आपने एनालिसिस देखो ना, जैसे हम उनसे क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, डाटा कलेक्ट करते हैं, उसका सॉल्यूशन है वो आपका है कि नहीं? वो नहीं आपने शो किया.
Yes, sir, we have 28 solutions. Yes, sir, we have 28 solutions. I have showed it in the report also.
28 solutions for this.
Yes, sir.
Problem is one.
Sir, may I show you
and
the report?
28 solutions are shown, mentioned. तो आपने वो प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट में मेंशन किए 28 solution?
Yes, sir.
तो
Sir, can I show it to you?
Yes, if some page, then you can show that.
Okay, sir, give me a minute.
जी सुहान, सुहान
28 solution. Project report. Sharing screen.
Sir, these are the 28 solutions.
Only that page which has solutions. You just only work that page where you write solutions. Alternative technology discovered. Okay, step by step.
Sir, यहाँ पे लिखा है alternate technologies.
Yes, yes, we are following your very good effort. Okay, thank you.
Sir, these are 28 solutions.
Yes, yes, thank you very much. Next. So.
जी राजदीप, राजदीप एम।
Yes, sir.
तो
Good afternoon,
these
sir.
are the 28 solutions.
जैसे आपने बताया ना कि farmers are the main mainly involved for such type of
post
जो आपने प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट जो फार्मर्स के कारण होती है पर नहीं है।
Sir, your voice is
काम कर रहे
cracking.
हैं जो कोई टेक्नोलॉजीज basically what I want to ask, your project is farm based or industrial based? उसका मतलब ये है कहने को कि जो फार्मर है वो अपने लेवल पे ये काम कर सकता है, आपने उनको गाइड किया कि आपने सम अदर पर्सन्स जो है इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट हैं, जो कोई टेक्नोलॉजिस्ट हैं, वो उनको
सर, ये
इन्वॉल्व
फार्मर्स
किया।
अपने लेवल पे इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं।
कितने फार्मर्स ये काम कर रहे हैं?
सर, इंडिया में
कर
अलग
सकते
अलग
ना।
लोकेशंस में काम किया है।
नहीं, फिर आपने कितने फार्मर्स को मोटिवेट किया ये काम करने के लिए?
सर, 90% आउट ऑफ 42 फार्मर्स।
90% 42 का कितना हो गया?
सर, 35 फार्मर्स।
ठीक है ना, तो
सर 35 प्लस।
35 प्लस जो है, उन जो पर्सन है जहां तो वो 36 होंगे जहां 35 होंगे, वो तो आपने 42 की परसेंटेज निकाल के बता दी ना मेरे को। व्हाट आई वांट एग्जैक्टली हम 42 एग्जैक्टली है 42 लोगों से हम मिले, उनमें से 35 लोग हमारी बात मान गए। ठीक है, यही हुआ ना?
सर, मैंने क्वेश्चन इंक्लूड किया लॉग बुक के अंदर, उसमें उन लोगों ने बोला है। तो कितने लोग तुम्हारी इस बात से मुतासिर हो गए? कितने लोग हैं जो जिन्होंने इस लाइन पे काम करना शुरू कर दिया? 35।
वो अभी काम कर रहे हैं?
नहीं सर, वी नीड टू इम्प्लीमेंट दिस।
यहीं से हमारा जो प्रोजेक्ट है ना वो शुरू होगा। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये है कि आइडियाज आप दे रहे हो, बहुत अच्छी बात है। फिजिबिलिटी ऑफ आइडियाज, जो काम हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता, उसके मल्टीपल रीजन है। अगर हो रहा है तो बहुत अच्छा है, अगर कहीं नहीं हो रहा है ना तो अगेन यू फाइंड आउट द डिफिकल्टीज। ठीक है, दिस इज द नेचर ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट। आपने एक काम को शुरू करवा के उसका जो हल देखा है ना जो उनको सुझाया है, आपने देखना है कि किस हद तक वो हम उसमें कामयाब है, ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट होगा। ये नहीं कि
Sir,
हम
it is
उनको बोल
already
के
being implemented in different locations of India.
यू आर वी आर अथॉरिटी यार, कौन सी अथॉरिटी की बात करते हो? अभी तक हमारे मन में यही है ना कि सरकार करेगी, सरकार करेगी। सरकार कहाँ से करेगी? हम सरकार हैं, अगर आइडिया हमारा है तो हमने परस्यू करना है ना। अगर तो सुहान का आइडिया इतना अच्छा हो गया, कल को सरकार ने इस्तेमाल कर लिया, तो फिर तो सरकार कहेगी हमने किया है। सुहान ने कहाँ तक काम किया? सिर्फ सजेशन देने का। ठीक है, चलो एनी हाउ वी विल प्रोसीड।
नहीं सर, हमने रिसर्च भी किया है।
थैंक यू। ठीक है, वो रिसर्च जो
Thank you,
किया
sir.
है वो कहाँ तक आपकी रिसर्च को इम्प्लीमेंट किया? रिसर्च तो आपने कर ली, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन कहाँ हुई उसकी? फॉलो अप कहाँ हुआ? ठीक है ना, आपकी रिसर्च तक तो जो पोर्शन है आपका अच्छा है, सारा बढ़िया चल रहा है, आगे भी तो काम करेंगे ना उस पे।
Yes
ठीक
sir,
है,
absolutely.
कभी रफली नहीं बोलना है। 42 से मिले 35 लोग मान गए, ये थोड़ी 90% मान गए। वो तो मुझे भी पता है कि जो 40 का 90% वो 36 होता है। ठीक है ना?
सर
तो
हमने सर्वे के क्वेश्चन इंक्लूड किया लॉग बुक के में।
बेटा मेरी वो बात सुनना, हमको ऐसे ही पता चल जाता है कि कितना काम हुआ। एनी हाउ, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सर।
अच्छा बेटे, एक क्वेश्चन मैं पूछूंगा आपसे, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
यस सर।
बेटे आपने स्टबल बर्निंग पे काम किया, you did work on stubble burning. Now tell me why stubble burning is more severe in winter season rather than in summer season. विंटर सीजन जो सर्दियों का मौसम होता है उस दौरान जो फसलों की कटाई होती है उस दौरान स्टबल बर्निंग की प्रॉब्लम
सर बिकॉज
ज्यादा
wheat
प्रॉब्लम
harvesting
हो जाती है।
happens in October.
क्या? नहीं वो
Sir
देखो
because wheat
स्टबल
harvesting
बर्निंग
happens in October.
वो समर में भी होती है लेकिन विंटर में ये प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा रहती है, ऐसा क्यों? क्या इसके नोटिस किया? और आपने कहा कि आपने 28 सोल्यूशन ढूंढे हैं, लेकिन अगर हम देखें तो अभी भी किसान जला रहे हैं। सरकार ने उनको पनिशमेंट भी लगाई है, फाइन भी लगाती है, रोकने की कोशिश भी करती है, लेकिन कोई भी सोल्यूशन काम नहीं कर रहा। मशीन भी बनाई है, सब्सिडी पे भी दे रहे हैं मशीन डबल कटिंग के लिए, लेकिन फिर भी ये प्रॉब्लम क्यों नहीं हुई? मतलब किसानों से आगे वो क्या कहते हैं कि हम क्यों नहीं अल्टरनेटिव अपना रहे, इन्वायरमेंट के लिए क्यों नहीं कुछ हो रहा?
सर हमारे प्रोजेक्ट में एक डिफरेंस है, हम उनको एक एक्स्ट्रा इनकम का सोर्स भी बता रहे हैं।
नहीं 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 क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं? मतलब क्या प्रॉब्लम, तुम्हें क्या प्रॉब्लम लगी उनके साथ बात करके या कुछ स्टडी करके?
सर दे आर टेकिंग द इजी वे आउट।
लेकिन प्रॉब्लम है, इसका सोल्यूशन क्या है? हमने तो सोल्यूशन ढूंढना है, क्या फिर सोल्यूशन क्या करेंगे इसका? मतलब आपने 28 सोल्यूशन बताए हैं, लेकिन काम कोई भी नहीं कर रहा है फील्ड में, क्योंकि ये प्रॉब्लम बहुत देर से है, बहुत देर से ये स्टेबल बर्निंग की प्रॉब्लम सभी लगे हुए हैं, लेकिन इसका हल नहीं मिल रहा अभी तक। चलो ठीक है बेटे, ऑल द बेस्ट। ठीक है, थैंक यू। हाँ जी सर।
थैंक यू सर।
ओवर टू जिंदर सर।
ओके जी, ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच। आज काफी अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स प्रेजेंट हुए आज की जो प्रेजेंटेशन है, लेकिन देयर आर सम प्रॉब्लम्स। कुछ जो है जो हमारे वैल्यूएटर्स हैं उन्होंने काफी कुछ ब्रीफ किया आपको आपके प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में, क्योंकि वी वांट इनोवेटिव प्रोजेक्ट्स। इनोवेटिव जो आपने किया है वहां तक तो ठीक है, लेकिन हमने उससे आगे चलना है। ठीक है, जो भी आपने देखा, गूगल में देखा, ये देखा, उससे आगे चलना है, उससे क्या आगे चलना। तो इसके लिए अभी क्योंकि ये मानते हैं कि इस बार ड्यू टू कोविड प्रोटोकॉल्स वी कैन नॉट गो टू ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन टू assess our project. Okay, that's right. But for the national level we have to do all the work which we have done before. We have to do lot of work, innovative project. आपने सोल्यूशन सबने ये होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, लेकिन क्या आगे किया उन्होंने? ये नहीं किया। ठीक है, ये चीजें सारी हैं। तो इसकी मैं ये समझता हूँ कि आइदर इट इज फेलियर ऑन आवर पार्ट और some जो which we have provided guidebook to you, activity guidebook to all the guide teachers and every school we have provided that. We should go over to that also, ठीक है ना, वो देख के उसके बाद करें। तो हमें जितने भी प्रोजेक्ट्स आज मिले सीनियर के, ये वैल्यूएटर्स बताएंगे उनको कैसे लगे, क्या हुआ, तो आगे कैसे इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं इसको, क्योंकि हमारे पास यू मे बी अवेयर दैट द नेशनल विल बी ऑन फ्रॉम 15th February to 18th February, that too will be online। तो हमें आज जो कमियां हमें लगी, कई चीजें लगी, रिपोर्ट्स प्रॉपर नहीं है, रिपोर्ट्स बनाई नहीं हुई, हार्ड कॉपी उसकी नहीं है, उसके चार्ट्स प्रॉपर नहीं है, उसकी लॉग बुक हमारे पास नहीं है, लॉग बुक है तो उसमें डेट नहीं मेंशन की हुई, हम कितने विजिट किया हुआ, हमने जो क्वेश्चन बनाया वो क्वेश्चन हमारे पास है, क्वेश्चन रेज किए वो हमारे पास है, हमने लिखे हुए हैं, लेकिन क्वेश्चन का रिजल्ट क्या निकला वो नहीं, उसके बाद नहीं हुआ। तो हमें ये नहीं कहना कि आपके प्रोजेक्ट आर गुड, प्रोजेक्ट बहुत अच्छे से, आपके इंटेंशंस बहुत बढ़िया थी, सब कुछ था, लेकिन हमें इसको आगे चलना है। तो हम मेरे विचार से अगर वैल्यूएटर तो हमारे को परमिट करते हैं, तो आज जो भी ये प्रोजेक्ट की वैल्यूएशन जो भी करेंगे वो हम चाहते हैं कि उसको ये हमारे को छान के देंगे, उसमें से 8, 10, 12, 15 प्रोजेक्ट जितने भी ये प्रोजेक्ट हैं जो आगे ले जा सकते हैं, हम जिनको हम आगे ले जा सकते हैं, इनको ले जा सकते हैं। फिर इट नीड्स मेंटरिंग की जरूरत पड़ेगी। उसके लिए मैं टीचर्स को भी मैंने अभी इनवाइट किया था कि वो भी ज्वाइन करें, तो मैं उनको गाइड टीचर्स को कहूंगा वो सोसाइटी के साथ इन टच रहें और हम सब मिलके इसके लिए काम करेंगे, क्योंकि वी वांट दैट एक्चुअल प्रोजेक्ट शुड गो टू द नेशनल लेवल। जो बढ़िया प्रोजेक्ट है, अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट है, वो नेशनल लेवल पे जाएं और नेशनल लेवल से हम जीत के आए। तो हम सारे मिलके चंडीगढ़ के लिए काम करेंगे कि चंडीगढ़ में ये जो प्रोडक्ट हमारे को बढ़िया लग रहे हैं, जो अच्छे हैं, उनकी मेंटरिंग हो और अच्छी तरह से उसको मिलके हम कॉर्पोरेशन से मिलना है, हमने किसानों से मिलना है, हमने किसी से मिलना है, उस प्रोजेक्ट को इम्प्लीमेंट करें, इम्प्लीमेंट करके उसके रिजल्ट बनाए, उसके रिजल्ट बना के फिर काम करें। तो इसके लिए हम एक बार एक वैल्यूएशन का एक जो सेशन है वो अलग डिसाइड करेंगे विद इन फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ दैट फरवरी। बिफोर दैट वी हैव टू फिनिश ऑल दिस। तो मैं एक बार रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा अपने जो वैल्यूएटर राकेश शर्मा जी, अगर उनके क्या व्यूज हैं, क्या कैसे उसको हम इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं और कैसे कैसे काम कर सकते हैं, वो आए और बताएं। मिस्टर राकेश शर्मा जी।
First of all, I am personally thankful to the Environment Society Chandigarh to come across such a beautiful people and wonderful projects. मेरे हिसाब से कल भी मैंने कहा था कि आप लोगों ने ना काम जरूरत से ज्यादा किया है, इतनी जरूरत नहीं थी। काम को स्पेसिफाई करना है, ब्रॉड जो स्पेक्ट्रम लेते हैं ना कि जी हमने काम किया, इससे क्या फायदा होगा जी, चंडीगढ़ और ब्यूटीफुल हो जाएगा। काम हम कर रहे हैं अपने घर के पीछे, प्रॉब्लम जो है वो हमारे मोहल्ले की है, प्रॉब्लम हमारे स्कूल के बाहर जो पोल्यूशन हो रहा है उसकी है, वहां पे हमने काम किया और स्पेसिफाई उसको करेंगे और उसी पर सारा जो काम है वो फोकस रहेगा। और देखो ना, आप सिर्फ 20 क्वेश्चन लेके चलते हो, 50 लोगों से आप बात करते हो, या 20 से 50 लोगों से आप बात करते हो, जो काम किया आपने उस कहाँ तक आप कामयाब हो गए वो उन्हीं लोगों से पता चलेगा ना जिससे हम पहले दिन बात कर रहे थे। बजाय इसके कि हम ये कहें कि हम पूरा जो अर्बन सोसाइटी है उसमें ये हो गया, रूरल सोसाइटी में ये हो गया, सारी रूरल सोसाइटी ऐसी नहीं है कि वहां पे काम नहीं हो रहा है। एक तो बेटा ये ध्यान दीजिए कि जो एक ही टीम लीडर है ना, ही मस्ट बी वेरी मच अक्यूट विद द होल प्रोजेक्ट वर्क। बच्चों ने क्या किया कि अपने काम को 2 हिस्सों में बांट दिया। जब दूसरा बच्चा जो उसने जो बोलना है वो आप सोचते हैं कि उसी की जिम्मेवारी है, वो चार्ट रिप्रेजेंट करने हैं, चार्ट को एक्सप्लेन भी वो करेगा, डाटा को भी वही बोलेगा। अगर वो नहीं बोल पा रहा तो मेरा इसमें कोई कसूर नहीं, क्योंकि मैडम ने कहा था कि ये मेरा काम नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है। इसमें जो टीम लीडर है आगे जाके नेशनल में वो ही सारा एक्सप्लेन करेगा, आप जो दूसरा बच्चा है वो उसकी हेल्प करेगा। तो सबसे पहले तो यही बात है कि सारे बच्चे है थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट काम है, इतना टाइम नहीं लगता। आप एक्टिविटी जो बुक है ना, उसमें जो हाउ टू राइट द प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट वाला पोर्शन है उसको पढ़ो, वहीं से अपना बोलना शुरू करो। आपके सारे प्रोजेक्ट का जो इन 200 से 300 शब्दों में उसकी जो समरी है वो भी लगानी है। तो मेनली जो आप जब बोलते हो ना, तो आपने समरी ही बोलनी है, इधर उधर नहीं जाना। आपके पास टाइम बहुत कम होता है, 6 मिनट का समय है। चलो आज तो हमने इतना ध्यान नहीं दिया कि किसको कितना समय लग रहा है। अगर आप बहुत लंबा खींच के लेके जाओगे तो आप एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाओगे। तो अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू मेंशन कि सबसे पहले तो आपने वही देखना है कि व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम एंड व्हाई यू पीपल हैव चूजन दैट प्रॉब्लम। प्रॉब्लम्स तो बहुत बड़ी ज्यादा है सारे जहान में, आपने ये प्रॉब्लम क्यों चुनी? क्योंकि आप के पर्टिकुलर एरिया में ये प्रॉब्लम है। आपने अपने एरिया की, जहां पर आप जा सकते हो, जहां पर आप रहते हो, जहां के लोग आपके संपर्क में है, वहां के एरिया, वहां उसी एरिया की प्रॉब्लम आपने लेनी है और उस प्रॉब्लम का हल क्या है, हाइपोथेसिस क्या है। ठीक है ना? जैसे वो लड़का कह रहा था कि जी पानी बहुत गंदा आ रहा था नल में, तो हमने सोचा कि एलोवेरा जब दूसरे से ठीक कर देते हैं। कितने घरों के लोगों ने उसको यूज करना शुरू कर दिया? ठीक है ना? कितने घर के लोगों ने उसको यूज करना शुरू कर दिया? ये फॉलो अप रहेगा। उसके बाद डाटा कलेक्शन, ये है डाटा कलेक्शन में प्रॉब्लम ये आ रही है, बच्चे कह रहे जी हमने 5 क्वेश्चन थे हमारे पास, और जब 1-2 हमने फोटो भी देखी लोगों के साथ आपकी जो इंटरेक्शन हो रही है, तो कोई किसी के पास कोई कॉपी किताब नहीं था। उसने उस व्यक्ति ने उस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन के बारे में क्या कहा, हाँ कहा, ना कहा, तो किसी को पता ही नहीं है। ठीक है, आप उनसे मिल रहे हैं, बातचीत कर रहे हैं, तो इससे आगे तो कुछ भी नहीं है डाटा आपके पास। तीसरी बात, जब आपने क्वेश्चनर तैयार करना है तो हमेशा जो है ना क्लोज्ड एंडेड क्वेश्चन जो है वो चूज करने हैं। क्लोज एंडेड का मतलब होता है जहां उसका जवाब हाँ होगा या ना होगा। ठीक है ना? डिस्क्रिप्टिव टाइप क्वेश्चन नहीं आपने लेने, आपने पूछना है उनसे ये क्वेश्चन, आइदर वो दे विल से यस और नो। उससे क्या होगा कि आप 20 क्वेश्चन सेम 20 अलग अलग लोगों से पूछ रहे हैं। पहला क्वेश्चन, कितने लोगों ने उसके बारे में हाँ कहा, ना कहा या कुछ नहीं कहा? ये 3 ऑप्शन ही रह जाएंगे मैक्सिमम। तो जैसे होगा कि उसमें से 50 लोग हैं, 30 ने हाँ कहा, 20 ने ना कहा। एक क्वेश्चन, सेम क्वेश्चन जो है वो सभी से आपने पूछना है, वो डाटा कलेक्शन है। अगर डाटा इकट्ठा कर रहे हो, अगर आप एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे हो, तो विद द चेंज इन द कंडीशंस, with the change in the temperature, pressure, what are the yield of the product, ठीक है ना? what is the percentage composition of the जो purity of the compound जो आप बनाया है, वो एक्सपेरिमेंट होगा, वो आप अलग अलग लेवल पे जाके करोगे। उसके बाद एनालिसिस है। एनालिसिस ये है कि एक पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन के बारे में अगर 30 लोगों ने हाँ कहा, तो वो हम कहेंगे मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल जो है दे आर एग्री with that question। अगर ना कहा तो डिसएग्री हो गया, फिर ही एनालिसिस होगा ना, फिर ही पाई चार्ट बनेगा। और अगर आपने एक्सपेरिमेंट किया तो एनालिसिस करोगे विद द चेंज इन द टेम्परेचर, प्रेशर इंक्रीजेस विद द चेंज इन द, जैसे करते हैं ना आप, एक चीज बढ़ती है दूसरी घटती है, तो वो एक्सपेरिमेंटल जो एनालिसिस होगा वो ऐसे होगा। कंक्लूजन, आपके 20 क्वेश्चन थे, आपने कलेक्टिवली क्या कंक्लूड किया, वो कंक्लूजन आप लिखोगे। उसके बाद आप देखोगे कि जो लोग उसमें इन्वॉल्व थे, कितने लोग हैं वो उस पर्टिकुलर लाइंस पे काम कर रहे हैं जो हमने उनको बताया था। अगर नहीं कर रहे तो क्यों नहीं कर रहे? ठीक है ना? देन वन थिंग यू पीपल कैन ऐड, दैट इज स्कोप ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट। स्कोप ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट का भी ऐड कर सकते हो, स्कोप ऑफ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन का भी ऐड कर सकते हो, दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर नेचर ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट। समवेयर जो जैसे पर्सनल हाइजीन की बात है, हेल्थ एंड न्यूट्रिशन है, एक बात याद रखना, दैट इज दी बेसिकली प्रोजेक्ट ऑफ द बिहेवियरल साइंसेस। आदत है लोगों की, कितनों का बिहेवियर आप चेंज कर पाए। बिहेवियर, उसमें काउंसलिंग होगी, आपके जो क्वेश्चन होंगे, आंसर होंगे, वो काउंसलिंग के बेस्ड होंगे, ठीक है ना। तो अपने ये दूसरी बात सर भी बताएंगे इसके बारे में, जो लॉग बुक है उसको जरूर मेंटेन करना है। लॉग बुक में ही आपने लिखना है कि आज इस दिन हम इस गांव में गए, इस दिन इस लोकेलिटी में गए, इतने लोगों से बात की, डाटा कलेक्शन किया, ठीक है ना। किस दिन आपने डाटा कंपाइल किया, किस दिन आपने उसको एनालाइज किया, अगर एक्सपेरिमेंट किया तो किस दिन किया, किस दिन आपको पता चला ना किस जो चिल्ड्रन साइंस कांग्रेस इस बार होने जा रही है एंड सस्टेनेबिलिटी जो है उसका जो थीम है, उसी दिन से आपकी लॉग बुक शुरू हो गई, ठीक है ना। आज तक आपकी लॉग बुक चलती रहेगी। तो इन सब बातों का ध्यान रखना आपने। बाकी जो स्पेसिफिकली जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस होंगी वो प्रोजेक्ट के बेस पे होंगी, वो जो सिलेक्ट होंगे उनसे फिर बाद में हम एक बार फिर इंटरेक्ट कर लेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
थैंक यू राकेश जी, थैंक यू जी। और संजीवन जी, डॉक्टर संजीवन जी कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
हाँ जी सर, वेलकम स्टूडेंट्स। किंग साहब
जी जी,
को एवेल्यूएटर, जो भी हमने आज और कल what we have observed that students are not clear about the projects. They do not know what is a science model, what is a science seminar, and what is science congress. First of all, whenever there is a guidance workshop, these things must be made clear to the teacher. Science seminar that we deliver a lecture on any one theme with the help of charts, models, screens, anything that we may have data from any source. सेमिनार में आप जहां से मर्जी डाटा ले सकते हो, जिसकी मर्जी रेफरेंस दे सकते हो, जैसे भी चार्ट बना सकते हो, उसको प्रोजेक्टर से कर सकते हो, कुछ भी कर सकते हो, वो है साइंस सेमिनार। इंफॉर्मेशन यू आर पार्ट इंफॉर्मेशन और सेमिनार की बात है। तो साइंस मॉडल होता है, जैसे साइंस फेयर होते हैं, उसमें हम एक मॉडल प्रिपेयर कर लाते हैं। वो उसका आइडिया चाहे हम इंटरनेट से ले लेते हैं या किसी ने बनाया है, पॉपुलर नहीं हुआ, हम उसको पॉपुलर करने के लिए लोगों को डिस्प्ले करते हैं, उसको कहते हैं प्रदर्शनी, एग्जीबिशन। एग्जीबिशन थिंग इज ऑलरेडी वर्किंग, भी एग्जीबिशन, जैसे कोई कंपनियां लगा देती हैं अपने एग्जीबिशन, यहाँ पर हम साइंस के एग्जीबिशन लगाते हैं, मॉडल लगाते हैं। अब but the science congress is entirely different from all these two works. साइंस सेमिनार और साइंस मॉडल या एग्जीबिशन से बिल्कुल डिफरेंट है साइंस कांग्रेस। पहले तो ये बात क्लियर होनी चाहिए। जो भी हमने 2 दिन में देखा है कि 90% बच्चों को कोई कंसेप्ट इन तीनों में से डिफरेंस नहीं क्लियर है, ठीक है। वो इंटरमिंगल कर रहे हैं, इंटरनेट से मटेरियल ले रहे हैं। सम स्टूडेंट इज टेकिंग इट एज ए सेमिनार, किसी ने अपना एक मॉडल बना लिया, चाहे वो इंटरनेट से ले लिया, वो उसको मॉडल को एक्सप्लेन कर रहा है कैसे वर्क करे। साइंस कांग्रेस में तो ये चीज नहीं होनी चाहिए। इट शुड नॉट बी मॉडल नीदर ए सेमिनार, इट शुड बी एक्टिव रिसर्च वर्क। राकेश शर्मा जी प्रिंसिपल साहब ने पहले बता दिया है कि ये जो कैसे करना है, फाइल वर्क करनी है, मैं उस पर नहीं जाऊंगा, बट वी शुड बी क्लियर अबाउट साइंस कांग्रेस कि ये जो हमारा इट इज आवर इनोवेशन, नॉट फ्रॉम इंटरनेट, नॉट फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेज। हमें क्या आइडिया आया है, उसके लिए हम कितने लोगों के पास जाते हैं। आवर इनोवेशन, मोर ओवर कंप्यूटर वर्क इज नॉट प्रेफर्ड इन साइंस कांग्रेस, ये भी मैं बता दूं। आपने हमने यहाँ देखे हैं कि कुछ बच्चों ने बड़ा अच्छा काम किया था, जैसे आपका ये जो आशिता राणा थे, इसके प्रोजेक्ट टोटली रियली जो साइंस कांग्रेस पर प्रोजेक्ट इसका मुझे लगा आज का कि शी हैज वर्क विद और हर को मेंबर। अच्छा, एक बात यहाँ हो रही है ग्रुप लीडर की और को मेंबर। किसी को यहाँ पर लीडर नहीं समझना चाहिए। वी आर ऑल whenever we are a team in the field, we are to work together. फील्ड में सबने बराबर काम करना। यहाँ अगर हमने डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल तक या स्टेट लेवल तक अलाउ कर दिया दूसरे स्टूडेंट्स को, even then both should work together. It should be very clear that at national level only one student is allowed. He or she has to explain all his charts and all his project. Moreover, ये भी बात क्लियर होनी चाहिए कि इसमें ओनली 4 चार्ट होते हैं, वो भी प्रॉपर स्पेसिफिकेशन के 85 बाई 58 जो भी सेंटीमीटर में है वो स्पेसिफिकेशन होती है। यहाँ पर हम क्या करते हैं कि कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन क्लियर करते हैं। चार्ट किसी ने बनाए, पता नहीं 10 बना रहे हैं, कोई स्क्रीन पर 20-20 पिक्चर दिखा रहा है। दिस इज नॉट साइंस कांग्रेस। साइंस कांग्रेस का पहली बात तो बच्चों को कंसेप्ट क्लियर होना चाहिए कि अब ये जो प्रोजेक्ट आ गए, ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, दे हैव वर्क, क्योंकि उनको प्रॉपर गाइडेंस नहीं मिली, उन्होंने वर्क किया, मेहनत, जैसे शर्मा ने बताया कि मेहनत इतनी करनी चाहिए, उससे भी ज्यादा करनी, बट दैट वाज ऑन नॉट ऑन द राइट ट्रैक। मेहनत तो की लेकिन राइट ट्रैक पर नहीं की। तो राइट ट्रैक होना चाहिए कि इसकी जो गाइडलाइंस है उसको प्रॉपर फॉलो करना चाहिए। स्कूल के आई थिंक जो गाइड टीचर्स हैं, मुझे ये सब में इतना ही लग रहा है कि जो हमारे टीचर्स हैं, आई हैव आल्सो बीन टीचर, कि ये जो साइंस कांग्रेस का जो प्रोजेक्ट तैयार करना है, टीचर का रोल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है हर समय। तो उसको इनको एक एक स्टेप पर गाइड करते हैं, राइट फ्रॉम द स्टेट लेवल वर्कशॉप और डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल वर्कशॉप। The guide teacher should continuously be in touch with his team members जो उसने स्टूडेंट्स चूज किए हैं। अच्छा, फिर मोर ओवर हम जो टॉपिक चुन लेते हैं, अब टॉपिक चुनना है इसमें तो बड़ा इजी है, जैसे मैंने बताया कि थीम दिया है, सब थीम दिए हैं, इवन बुक में टॉपिक भी दिए हैं, लेकिन आपने क्या चूज करना है? आपने ये थोड़ी चूज करना है कि बंगलौर का ले लिया। सबसे डिफिकल्ट है कि आपने टॉपिक चूज करना है अपने सराउंडिंग का। टॉपिक शुड नॉट बी अवे फ्रॉम द सराउंडिंग, इट शुड बी वेदर यू लिव इन ए विलेज, सिटी, it should be related with the surrounding. The problem must be prevailing with you or in your society. ये नहीं होनी चाहिए कि मैं बैठा हूँ चंडीगढ़ में, प्रॉब्लम है बॉम्बे वालों की, और मैं डाटा ले रहा हूँ इंटरनेट से रशिया का, डाटा ले रहा हूँ फ्रांस का। दिस इज नॉट साइंस कांग्रेस। जो भी काम करना है, if you are living in sector 44, then problem should be from sector 44 only. You should work in sector 44, not go to other sector, not go to any other agency. 44 में ही इसका सोल्यूशन होना चाहिए। आपने ही इसका सोल्यूशन सुजेस्ट करना है, वही करना है। No, you should not go away from the project. आप अपनी लोकेलिटी से ही रहना है, जितना आप लोकल करो, और सारा काम को, जैसे अभी बता रहे थे कि लॉग बुक जो है वो कंटिन्यूसली मेंटेनेंस होनी चाहिए उसकी, कि हम जब भी काम कर रहे हैं उसकी डेट वाइज हम लॉग बुक की मेंटेनेंस करेंगे। अगर आपकी लॉग बुक आपने काम किया है, इफ यू हैव वेल मेंटेन्ड योर लॉग बुक, देन दैट विल हेल्प यू शो दैट you are working on the project. क्योंकि अब लॉग बुक लेकर आप तो चंडीगढ़ वाले, आप दिल्ली तो नहीं जाओगे ना लॉग बुक लेकर, आप ना फ्रांस जाओगे ना रशिया जाओगे, वहां तो इंटरनेट का डाटा ले सकते हो ना। लॉग बुक बताएगी कि आपने क्या काम किया। यू शुड मेंटेन योर लॉग डे बाय डे, इवन मेंशन द टाइम, पर्सन इसके साथ जाते हैं, उसका फोन नंबर क्या है, इसको हम कैसे चेक कर सकते हैं। जो साइंस कांग्रेस की जो एक्चुअल जो स्पिरिट है, इसके लिए आपको, क्योंकि ये हम सारे अलग चीज है। दिस इज व्हाई वी कॉल यू चाइल्ड साइंटिस्ट, बिकॉज यू आर वर्किंग लाइक साइंटिस्ट, you are future scientist. If you work properly in a children science congress, then you will never hesitate to work on any science project in your future. So take the local problem, do whatever with your hands, have less use of computer, less use of internet. Writing should be with your hand, chart should be self-made. जो जितना आपका काम होगा वो बताएगा कि आपने साइंस कांग्रेस पर काम किया है। और लोकल है, आपने स्कूल से प्रोजेक्ट किया मस्ट बी इन्वॉल्व के साथ भी लॉग बुक होनी चाहिए कि जो है साइंस क्लियर हो जाओ कि स्टूडेंट इस बार हो गया एवरी टाइम। Teacher must be clear that we are prepared to prepare the student for the science congress और concept जो है साइंस कांग्रेस का उनको क्लियर करना है, वो कंफ्यूज ना हो। ये ना स्टूडेंट को किसी को ये ना हो कि टीचर ये ना कहे कि ये टॉपिक को ये कर, यू शुड योरसेल्फ गेट इन्वॉल्व। अगर आप अकेला स्टूडेंट को दे देते तो जो यहाँ हुआ है वही होगा। कोई इसको साइंस सेमिनार करा लेगा है, कोई साइंस एग्जीबिशन करा लेगा, क्योंकि उसका अपना तो काम है नहीं, उसको प्रॉपर गाइडेंस नहीं। टीचर्स की जो ड्यूटी है नेक्स्ट टाइम के लिए, हाँ जो नेक्स्ट हमने जैसे टीचर साहब अभी बता रहे हैं कि नेक्स्ट जाना है, उनके लिए इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए अलग है, क्योंकि अब जितने भी दिन रहेंगे दे कैन इम्प्रूव देयर प्रोजेक्ट्स जो है वो उनको भी बताएंगे अभी। तो especially for all the students, you should be clear about the concept of children science congress. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you संजीवनी, thank you very much. और कोई कुछ अब मैं I request teachers who are present here, if they have any they want to say anything about the children and ask some anything from the evaluators, anything they can ask. कोई टीचर्स कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं कुछ? नहीं, okay, that's all. Before going to next session, I request all the present members to switch on their videos for group photograph. वीडियो जो ऑन कर लें अपनी सारे।
मेहता जी आगे फोटो करनी है, बैठो एक मिनट आगे बात कर।
सारे जो भी बैठे हैं हम उनसे रिक्वेस्ट है वीडियो ऑन कर लें अपनी। जी और बस और ठीक है। Okay, thank you ji. Now over to Dr. Nupma for vote of thanks. Dr. Nupma.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Today it gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for today's event. First of all, we are all very grateful to our eminent judges, evaluators, Dr. Rakesh Sharma ji, Dr. Rakesh Mehta ji and Dr. Sanjeevan. I thank each one of them for their valuable and reflective suggestions. I hope that, as they say, that there is always a room for improvement. I think that all the participants will take their suggestions, take their simple, reflective and valuable suggestions in their stride, and they will improve on their projects. And I think Dr. Sanjeevan has very well told that there is a difference between science exhibition, science seminars, and this is Children's Science Congress. So all the budding scientists should take care of this point, that the whole focus and the idea behind conducting this Children's Science Congress is to inculcate research aptitude and attitude in children, in young children. The whole crux is to adopt a research methodology in which the children, they identify a problem and then do a observation study. They make a hypothesis, collect data, and then do a observation study, reach on a conclusion. So this is not like the, a normal, what we say, that science exhibition. So what I feel is Dr. Sanjeevan has very well marked the differences in his speech. But I think the lacuna is somewhere like maybe because we all are going through a very challenging time, and especially the teaching faculty. I myself is a teacher, so I'm speaking on behalf of all the teachers, that since this was not a normal time, like, we all were not quite face to face with our students on day-to-day basis, and we were working sometimes on totally digital mode and sometimes in a blended way. We were reaching out to our students. So maybe that is the reason that evaluators have felt that the projects are lacking somewhere. But I am very hopeful that whatever is filtered out from today's projects, like there will be a filtration and some best will be chosen, and then I feel that all the participants will work on the suggestions given by eminent judges. And I want to also thank teachers who have worked with the students with a lot of kindness and in these times, and have given the support to the children, their students. And I also want to thank each one of the student, each participant, that they have taken up a topic, taken up an issue and worked on that. And I hope that they work on the suggestions and improve their projects so that they can come out better next time. And I just want to say that to all the participants, that arise, awake, and stop not until your goal is reached. These are the words of Swami Vivekanand. And you always must keep in mind that whatever suggestions or the points of improvements have been told to you by judges, you should just take it in your stride and simply try to apply them in your project, because as according to the work, you have to awaken, and you don't have to stop where you're in the first stage only. You don't have to stop, you just have to awaken until your goal is reached. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kumar, for your motivation in the students and everybody, and thank you very much. With this, all hope that we will meet again for re-evaluation of these projects after meeting the guide teachers and students and other concerned persons. Thank you to evaluators again and everybody. Thank you. Thank you. It's up. Okay. We're logging off.